Nicki was live. I guess she said, hi, Nicki, while I was live. And Nicki was like, oh, Tasha, go live with me real quick. So we went live. Somebody that's a rapper that's in your position is talking about saving money. While everybody was out here blowing money during the pandemic, she was working. Like, yeah, that lady is about her fucking bread, and she don't share it, and I don't share mine either. So, no.
What do you think about Charleston White?
I think he's a plant. What does Charleston White do? Who is he? What does he stand for? He's a plant. So anybody can be planted on social media and they sit with the right person, they go viral. Everybody's contacting them. Then they start charging. And now, they're going from platform to platform just to spew opinions. He's a plant.
Well, we came to your show last time. He said, boy, TashaK had just put on some shoes. Boy, they had they still had the price tag on the bottom of
it. Sometimes I do be walking in the Aldos. I love Aldo shoes, right? And the stickers still be on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take that shit off. I may have to run the motherfuckers back. Nicki, listen. If I took this L for you, you need to pay this bullshit for real. Because I ain't motherfucking got it. Look at you running the soundboard and everything. I see you.
I be in here having to learn a little something. Hey, listen, the roles have flipped, y'all. What was it, about almost a year and a half ago now?
It's been a year and a half?
How long has it been, Manu? No, it was.
I think it was last year.
It was last year.
It was last year.
It had to be last year, right? Yeah.
It was last year.
Last year, the roles were flipped. I was getting interviewed by TashaK.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, when I first came in, I was like, TashaK want to interview me. What she done found on my ass?
Listen. I was just talking to my assistant yesterday about that because, they want to see more, of the celebrities on my platform. And when they call, they be like, what did I do?
Yeah.
They're like, what has she got on me? And I'm like, what?
Yo, the first thing that comes to mind, I see TashaK send me a message. I'm like, oh, shit. What I done did?
I don't think I sent the message, though. I think it was my assistant, Chelsea.
Yeah, it might have been Chelsea. I can't remember what it was, but I just saw, TashaK, and I'm like, I done heard that name.
Yeah.
And, boy, I don't want to be in her crossfire because it'd be ugly for some folks out here. I'm like, man, I'm living right. Leave me.
Have you ever seen me, I guess, attack anyone personally?
I
don't know. First of all,
DJ Akademiks.
That's different. That is different. That's a whole nother plethora of shit. Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
You get to be yourself.
I didn't know. They say it's not ladylike to cuss.
Oh no, you get to be.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, it might be low vibrational, but
Hey, I'm from. Listen. I'm from Florida, home of the low vibration. Okay, listen, we do everything low, but we aim high. But go ahead, yeah.
So shout out, thank you for coming and giving me your time today. I'm super excited to have you here. Your name is always trending, and damn, this one I'm excited for because you're the first woman that I've had on a new season.
What?
Yes.
Tony, now the women's group's gonna come after you now.
They gonna come after me.
They gonna come after you.
But that's why I came and got you because I know if anybody pissed them, the women off, it's you. So I was like, if I get Tasha, we're gonna be good in the first place.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be here. I don't really like doing interviews.
Well, good.
I don't. So
we're gonna make this very low.
It's Tony. I done had a conversation with him before. It's not that I'm scared. It's just I'm an entertainer,
and I love it.
So.
When I looked up, I think it's probably 3 months ago or whatever, and I'm not gonna go into names or whatever, but when you said I ain't got it, that shit to me, I said, yo, she gets it. She is pure fucking comedy. Like the entertainment aspect of how you go I ain't got it, cuz that was so funny, but in such a, I'm sure an emotional and weighing time, you just made such a light moment of it. And I'm in the middle of some of that shit myself right now, so I know what it's like to be in the legal battle and just the time and the energy and everything else. But you got a lot of people mad at you about that.
Why are they mad at me? I don't owe them money.
Yo, I was just looking at your name on Twitter, and them girls is pissed at TashaK.
Why they pissed at me?
What? Why? You know why they mad at you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't listen. I do not. When I tell you, I do not read comments. I do not read comments.
That's impressive.
So a lot of the stuff that like people address me with, like, or they call me about, like even my friends, they'll be like, "Is this true?" And I'm like, "Is what true?" And then they'll send it to me, and I'm like, "Girl, bye," and I hang up the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. How can I entertain? How can I stay focused on what I need to do if I'm looking at thousands or even millions of comments?
Yeah,
like
your platform is huge. Like,
could you imagine the different energy waves that are coming in if you were to read each and every comment from every person?
I was just asking your husband. I was like, "Yo, do you read the comments, bro?"
No.
He was like, "No, I'll leave that to Tasha. Whatever. I don't look at that shit."
And I don't read them. I do not read them.
How do you deal with that? Because I read my comments and then I be snapping back at people.
You shouldn't.
Why?
Because like people only get to see bits and pieces, 30 seconds of your life, 1 minute, maybe 2 hours if you decide to do a podcast. And they're basically judging you off of what you chose to put out.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if I'm giving you the content, like if I didn't put myself out there, you would have nothing to go off of. So basically you're basing your opinion, which you're entitled to. That's why I say on my show, cuss my ass out. Not that I'm gonna really give a damn anyway. That is the foundation of my show. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I have the right to sit up here and voice my opinions, facts on people, then the viewers have that too. But there's a line. You have your opinion. That's just what it is. But if I were to take in all those opinions, how am I supposed to keep my head clear so that I could go out and entertain the next show? I've seen amazing, at one point in time, they were amazing content creators. I'm not going to say no names or anything like that because I don't want people getting, "Oh, you thought this person was great." Well, when you build something, it's great. You know what? Fuck it. I'll say the names. Okay. Tommy Sotomayor. Mm-hmm. Dr. Umar Johnson. Tariq Nasheed. Who else? I mean, the list goes on. I've seen these men build big platforms, very powerful platforms. They're sitting everywhere, Breakfast Club, everywhere, right? And then when they start reading the comments or when they start listening to other content creators, they start to argue back and forth. And then they've forgotten what their audience is there for. You didn't build your audience on content creator beef or addressing the opinions of like what people thought of you. You built your platform putting out very, just whether it's complex news, whether it's influential news. That's what you built your platform on. But now you're using your platform to respond to people's opinions and now attack other content creators or go back and forth. Why? That's not why people are following you.
Right. Well, one of the things I think I even get caught in this sometimes because you go through the comments and you feel like you got to address whatever. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I struggle with. I address them. So you get people that feel like they know shit about you or whatever, and then they try to use it against you or say things that cause chaos amongst what you're trying to build. And like what I realize is like one negative comment can deter hundreds of people from you because you start seeing people liking and then they comment underneath the comment and then it spreads like into this thing. So I found myself at times being growing a brand and I'm talking about real estate and trying to like recover from my past mistakes and everything else, and then you get caught where somebody goes, "Oh, you did this or you did that," to try to like pull you back away from what your true focus should be.
Well, that's their job though. That's their job.
Hearing you say that kind of like I'm like, oh, okay. Even like because you have to, sometimes you gotta look at it from a different lens. So I see you with such a big platform now. I know one question I saw a lot. People say, "Why do you do this? Why do you? Is this entertainment for you? Is this something personal?" Because people feel like these are like personal attacks, and you just like gossipy shit.
They're asking you, or they're asking me.
These are the questions that people want to know about Tasha K.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was confused because you was talking about yourself, and then like,
yeah. My bad.
Okay, cool.
For clarifying, the people wanted to know what's your why. Like, why do you create the type of content that you create?
Okay, why do I do this, or why do I create the type of content that I make? Because I create all types of content.
Well, the gossipy shit.
The entertainment celebrity news?
Yeah.
Okay. I do it because I love to do it. It's what makes me happy. So growing up, I watched the BET, I watched the Donnie Simpson, I watched the Tigger, the Big Tigger show, the 106 in Park show, let's see, Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael, Jerry Springer. I watched it all. This is always what I've always wanted to do. And so you see Jerry Springer, he putting out bullshit on civilians' lives, but at the same time, there's an entertaining factor of it. It takes your mind off of your bullshit. But I do it for me. Mm-hmm. I do it because I love to do it. I get a personal satisfaction from it. Mm-hmm. It's like, if I can't do this, I don't want to do anything else. It's hard to explain that, like, because you have a purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Or something that, not even necessarily like a purpose, because a lot of people, your purpose is to, everybody's purpose is to serve. You know, we all serve in many ways, whether we serve, working at a fast food joint, which I did for many years of my life, right? Or we serve through providing services, whether it be entertainment services or real estate services, anything we can to help suit somebody and whatever their need is or their want is in their particular lifestyle. I don't go for that. I go for what suits me, and I'm just happy to share who I am with the world, and it took off. It was never, yes, it was an intention for me to be doing what I'm doing, but as far as on the level in which it's like still building, because we still ain't, reach where I still ain't reached the goals that I want to reach, that I put out for myself, right? But I do it because it makes me happy. It makes me happy to laugh at, bullshit that's going on. I learned so much about myself and people.
But when you talk about like specific things, like people's relationship drama or somebody not paying their rent or things like that, like it's like people's business. People like, why you always in somebody's business?
We all in everybody's business. The people that's watching me, why they in my business?
They ain't your business.
Why they in my business?
They ain't your business.
Exactly. So everybody is in somebody's business. We in the politician's business. We in the CEO's businesses. We in the real estate agents' businesses. We in the entertainer, reporters, the bloggers' lives businesses. We're all in each other's businesses. That's what social media is about.
So do you believe that this type of news is necessary? Like,
absolutely, yes. When you watch my news, what do?
I say, Lord, Tasha.
You laugh, don't you?
I say, Lord, Tasha. I be like, my God.
Does it take you away from your own bullshit, or does it make you relate to your own shit? Like, damn, I can kind of see, like.
I just be like, boy, I'm glad I'm moving right, because this lady will get me too.
Oh, I can find something.
Oh, no, I'm moving right. I'm moving right. I'm living right.
There's always, we all got some shit. I can find something.
So where do you get your sources? How do you know your shit legit?
Man, I plead the fifth.
How you know your shit be legit?
Man, listen, I plead the fifth. Let's just say, look, there's only one that made it through, but that's still questionable, right? Okay. But let's just say, like, my attorneys that people be trying to come for all the time, if I had them count out the number of cease and desist, the number of attempted lawsuits, and then we slide them back what we got, and they be like, they just disappear. Mm-hmm. I remember there was 1 month, I probably got hit with like 15 cease and desist, old school artists, new school artists, everything. I was just like, damn, y'all really just, y'all coming hard. So I was like, I just told my lawyer, y'all deal with that shit. And we have this software that we use to upload like all the sources and receipt. Damn, how many phones you got? See, that's how I know you got some shit going on. He done pulled out 2 phones and got a third. How many phones you got, Tony?
2 phones.
So there's some shit in the phones that I think social media would love to know.
Hey, look, one thing about me, I got 1 phone for my professional life, and I got 1 for my personal life.
Why? I got 1 phone.
Look, nah,
And
see,
I'm a busy ass lady, and I got one phone.
Because like people always approach me and they like everybody want to be my friend because I'm like so nice online and I'm so charitable. People will come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, let me get your number."
You just say no.
So I don't like telling people no. It be feeling weird. So I just give him my little number that I don't know.
You got an assistant?
I get his phone now.
Yeah,
like,
you just give him a number. That's
but he can tell you like I literally like so many people approach me just like, yo, I rock with you, bro. I love what you do. I want to communicate. Let me get some real estate tips from you. And I'm like, shit. All right, here, take my number.
No, you take the assistant's number. The assistants will.
See, I've been passing it. I've been passing it to Keith more often now, but
you have to because you're not gonna be able to continue to do what you do if you're, you got all these people coming in to not to say that they're a distraction, but they can cause a distraction in your life.
Most people they don't even get to be a distraction because most people don't even be sincere about wanting to accomplish the goals they say they want. So a lot of people will talk to me about, I want to be successful, I want to get into real estate, and then they realize it's work that's actually required, and then all that shit goes.
A lot of people don't want to work, and then this is how you weed them out. When you ask them for some money for your services, that's when you know they serious. And then guess what? I don't feel bad about donating my time because it's not. I mean, it is still a donation because the stuff that I'm giving you're gonna make a shitload of money, right? Mm-hmm. If I was a real estate,
right?
You know what I'm saying, investor. So just weed that out by I charge this, and I'll give my assistant your number. Let him know if you're ready to pay, and call me.
Yeah, I get it. You got to see the amount of people since the pandemic and the way my brand exploded. It just really put me in a position where we walk out and there's nowhere we go where people aren't saying, "Hey, man, you helped us change our life," or showing love.
That's amazing. See?
Why
do you do what you do?
Because I was in a position to help people. I was in a bad spot, man. 2017, I talked about it on your show.
On my show.
But I was locked up, and I realized something as I was sitting in my own lowest moment. I'm listening to other people. Like when you go to jail, you hear people talk about why they're in jail, and I'm like, a lot of the people were like good people, but they were just making bullshit decisions because they didn't know any other way. And a lot of them were young guys, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And I was sitting there, I was like, bro, do you know how much money you can make in real estate? Like, where you don't have to expose yourself and get locked up and come in the cycle. And it just started happening where I was teaching people, like younger guys, about it. And then as I came home, it was something that I became really passionate about. And now it's like, it's super dope to see so many people that become successful from it. So that's been my big thing. It's like now I went from like a person that I felt like I had a lot of flaws and I could be judged based off those, but I used my knowledge to really kind of like push me out of that shit spot I was in.
See, and it you wake up every day and you do this for you, right?
Right.
I wake up every day. I used to, because I had a very rough childhood coming up, right? The only thing that got me through the rough times was laughter, right? So when people come to my show, they laugh.
Yeah, you be cutting up.
And they learn.
You be cutting up. You put them glasses and shit on.
That's why the winos is so hardcore.
What is it that made you come up with the wino term? Like
they came up with that.
I'm saying you tapping your wine glasses.
They did all that. The winos did that. That's not me. I started my YouTube channel as Tasha Keeby. And I had a glass of wine.
Is winos like a whole bunch of messy black women?
No.
No. What are winos?
No. We got winos internationally. We have white women winos.
Messy women in general.
No. No, because there's a lot of men that put their wives on to us.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know how many men come to me? I have more men that approach me than women that say, I watch you. I'm a wino.
That's crazy.
I fuck with you hard and I put my wife onto you.
That's crazy.
More than the women.
So when you walk in the streets, because from what I would see just in reading comments, I would think that you got to walk with 20 security guards and have like bulletproof trucks.
What?
Man, your comments is crazy.
Man, listen, I'm alone. Okay, I ain't got no gun.
Do you get love I'm just wondering, do you get love when people approach you? Or is it
I have never, ever, ever in my life or on my kids, never been approached sideways. Even if they don't fuck with me, right? They say, you know what? there's some stuff you said online that I ain't really fuck with, but I respect everything you do. Never, not once.
I always say
so.
the same
Let me tell
thing.
you something about these comment gangsters, right? There was true story. I was probably like 400,000 followers in, and the chick cap, she had DM'd me my house, right? When I was living on Jenna Lane. I ain't have it. And so, in Marietta, Georgia, right? It's a little single family home, 3 bedrooms. You know, I was in the hood, Church's Chicken right around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Winos just see me every day.
The real winos.
Hey, if you
buy
know,
Church's Chicken, it's a
if
real
you
wino.
know about Austell, Georgia, you know there's an Austell seafood market. I used to go up there and get a 2-piece plate brim. You know what brim is? Then you ain't from the
yes,
South.
I do. Brim fish.
Yeah, so I
yeah.
used to go get me a fried brim plate and everything. They be in there. Oh my God, Tasha, and I be sitting up there eating my fish. You know what I'm saying? So this is the area that I lived in. So she DM'd me my house and was like, I know where you stay, bitch. And I said, yeah. So I went to her profile, and she accidentally had her name in her profile. And so what I did was I took a picture of her name. I put it in my software. I got a little software that I use to search people, right? Mm-hmm. And I told her job, her name, her house. I said, now, how about I just take this DM to your job and let them know what you're doing?
What you know about skip tracing? Oh, you really be on some shit, huh?
Let me tell you. I said, when I tell you that bitch blocked me, she erased her whole profile. Because I was just like, you know damn well when you work for the man, you ain't got no motherfucking business on social media trying to threaten nobody. And then to top it off, you like a 62-year-old like grandmother, like keyboard. I'm telling you, it be the worst. People that got shit going on, they ain't finna sit behind no goddamn keyboard and type up what the fuck they wish they could do. Cause that's exactly what they doing. They typing up what they wish they could do. People don't stand on that shit.
When let me tell you right now, when she just said she skip tracing, y'all, she on some different shit. She will have your phone number, your mother phone number, your other address, your previous address, your aunt address. You know, that's how I find, you know, in real estate, that's how we use skip tracing to find sellers' phone numbers. So if I got an address to a property, I can basically plug in the address and it'll give me all the data. Give me everybody's information. So
yeah. I was just like, you got your name online. You talking about you gonna come find me, but I found you first.
Yeah, that's gangster.
I found you first.
That's
Bitch, she deleted every damn thing. I was like, listen, I ain't got time for these people. You know what I'm saying? But I just happened to run across that. So like, no, people really they talk because it's a platform for that, right? They're supposed to be going in like that. That's why people are looking to go viral every single second because they want those comments. They want that hate. What Cat Williams say? If you ain't making haters, when you wake up every day, you ain't doing shit with your life.
Well, you got a whole bunch of them motherfuckers, boy.
That's their job.
You know you trend for hate?
I know. And I just be sitting back, chilling.
I'm like, I go open up my phone on Twitter. I say,
I be chilling.
shit.
I don't even get that shit.
I say, oh, shit.
I don't even get that shit. Like, I be sitting back, chilling. Like.
And every time I talk to you, you have like, you always in a great mood. Like, you just seem so unbothered by.
You have to be. Listen, I spent a great deal of my childhood very sad. But the only thing that got me through was comedy, was entertainment, was laughing at other people's shit because it was like, damn, my life ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And in my household, everything was funny. Like my uncles, my aunts, my mom, my dad, everybody bust jokes. So like that harshness that you see from me, like that's my whole family. That's that Howard blood. That's that Mitchell.
So do you feel like you got like partial comedian in you?
I'm an entertainer.
You're an entertainer.
Yeah. So listen, I don't try to be funny. I really don't. It's just I guess because you know when I'm laughing, right? Like you see her laughing.
Yeah.
What you laughing for?
No, because I'm thinking like how full of shit you are right now. Because you be grinding people up, like you a whole comedian. Like
why are you laughing though?
Because the shit's funny.
Exactly.
Because
so,
you know what you be doing. Like even this morning I'm talking to Nicole and I'm like, me and Tasha about to do our interview in a few minutes, and she's like, oh boy, the two of you, like, you know, she's like, oh shit, like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
And everybody just gets that, what is she about to do next?
Yes.
Tasha's crazy.
Wait to listen. We got Halloween coming up tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's going to be our Halloween show. And I can't wait. The costume is a big thing. Last year I did Boosie. He got pissed.
I just had Boosie on the show.
I know, little Boosie got pissed. Because I put the dark circles under my eyes. I had the high top face.
Oh, you had the Boosie fade?
Yeah, because what happened, I colored my hair, so I had to go natural, right? And then I had to shave my hair off and start over. And I happened to grow a fade. And I was like, this is perfect. I could go as little Boosie.
Oh, shit.
I darkened my face. I put dark circles under my eyes.
Come on, man.
I put white shit in between my lips.
You ain't put the corner in your mouth. I
did.
That's fucked up.
I did. It was on the shade rule. He was pissed.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Yeah, you got some bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. Like, who the fuck picks on Boosie? Like, this is something like.
I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when people hear your name, they just start laughing and they be like, "This woman is out of control." Listen, I got. So the other night, I just happened to click on live and I see you pop up live.
Okay.
You pop up on live. I see Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here we go with this shit. Like, oh, that's the Boosie shit. Oh, you dirty for that. Yo.
He got pissed. So I'm sorry, Boosie, but I had to.
Oh, you crazy.
Especially with the white shit in my like,
why you look like Pookie, though?
I know. I look like a broke Boosie.
Hey, that's crazy.
I like playing male characters.
Oh, man. Leave me out of that shit, all right?
I may have to do you.
Leave me out of that.
I may have to buy like the fake muscles and shit.
Leave me out. Hey,
with
leave me out.
The small legs and to put a big ass chain.
Hold on, I got big legs. You ain't gonna small leg me. Fuck that. I got man legs. She trying to put me with them niggas that be having a big upper body with the little legs. No, I got regular nigga legs. Like.
I'm trying. Let me stop. Okay, yes.
Hey,
go ahead. What was your question? I'm sorry.
But I pay attention to shit.
Okay.
Right? So you had this big legal battle with somebody.
Okay.
I'm watching you go live, and I tune in fast as a motherfucker. Just got seen you go live, and like you don't go live unless it's like
I try to make sure that my people know that when we going live, we going live.
Yeah, like
when you don't overdo that shit.
When I
then
see a notification
like,
pop up, I said, "Let me see what Tasha doing."
Yeah, try to keep it like that.
Oh shit, Nicki Minaj. Like, and then my wheels just start churning. I'm like,
what you thought at?
I'm like, she had something to do with all your trouble that you got into, didn't she?
What?
Tell us the truth. That's where you were getting all your shit from? Because they had this big ass beef.
What? Okay, listen, first of all.
Come on, like, you gotta keep it a buck with me.
It's absolutely not true.
No.
It's absolutely not true. Okay.
Because when I got on there now, that's the first thing that popped in my head.
People don't know. Me and Nicki have been associated for like years. Okay, so like, no, that's absolutely not true. So
I seen people
and
saying,
I don't need. Let me put this out here. I don't need nobody to back me to go up against nobody. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't come from that type of. First of all, I don't come from that type of background. You know how bitches need other bitches to click up with just to go after one bitch?
Right.
Bitch, it's just me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just me. When I went to court, it was just me. Mm-hmm. It wasn't nobody else. It was just me. I mean, you know, my husband though, but you know.
Right.
But I don't need but he don't get involved in that female shit. You know, that's not his thing.
Right.
Right. But for me, like I've never needed other women to back me. I'm 40 fucking years old. If I got to say something, I'ma fucking say it to you.
You disclosed your age just now.
I'm 40.
I wanted to ask you, but I didn't know how to ask you.
I'm 40.
Because everybody's like, how old is TashaK?
I'm 40.
They putting all kind of numbers on. Somebody put 50 something out
God
there for you.
Well, shit.
I said, Tasha ain't no goddamn 50. I said 50.
Listen,
I said
I'm 40. I turned 40 March 10th of this year.
Oh, so you just turned 40 this year? Happy?
So we've been at this for 10 years. Longer though, but 10 years though. So yeah.
But
don't put that lady in that. Listen, now don't get me wrong. You know, Nicki is with all the shits, right? She laughs. She wants to get a chuckle and a kiki, but that lady is about her business. She's in the studio every fucking day. Okay, while everybody else out here is doing back and forth beefs, she can do a beef and still be recording a song. You see that catalog is still increasing. You see what I'm saying? So like, she doesn't. Where people thinking like, oh, this is what she thinks about all day. She doesn't. I mean, it's not her. Like, she happened to be live. My assistant Nicki was live the other night.
Mm-hmm.
My assistant was on my Instagram. That's who runs my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
For those of y'all that are talking shit in the comments, like, you know what I'm saying? That's the one that sees everything comes in. So when, I guess she said, hi, Nicki, while I was live. And Nicki was like, oh, Tasha, go live with me real quick. So we went live. And so she was like, hey, Queen. I was like, hey. And then I was like, I'm live. She was like, oh, you live? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then that was it. Like, it was nothing. And she asked what I was talking about. And this is what we were talking about during that show.
And it seemed like
it was the perfect storm.
It just seemed like timing, and people were talking about coincidences. They were like, now you jump on live with Nicki.
Yeah.
It's in the midst of talking about Megan Thee Stallion and some drama with not tearing up somebody's house or some shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, see, Nicki's the conspirator of all this, and she didn't say anything, but she had the look of like, you know.
But if she wants to, that's her business. Everybody else watching the bullshit. Why she can't?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is laughing and kikiing and want to know what the news is. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why she can't? Just because she's a superstar?
Yeah, it's
these are regular everyday people.
But it just seemed like for what you had going on with that your other case. Do
you realize that was a civil matter?
Yeah,
that wasn't no legal. There wasn't no like.
Yeah, but when you have the ruling go, you know, where you got such a substantial amount that people are now talking about and all that other shit, and they're like, she did this, she took on this L for Nicki. Like, this is literally what people are like saying in the comments. They say you took on.
Why Nicki ain't paid it then? Nicki, listen. If I took this L for you, you need to pay this bullshit for real, cause I ain't motherfucking got it. Then why she ain't paid her if I took an L? Come on now.
They gonna take YouTube money.
Man,
what they said next.
YouTube money.
Yeah,
I ain't got it. Listen. Listen. TMZ called me. I'll never forget. I don't know where this fucking rumor started. TMZ hit me probably like 3 years ago. Right? And they was like, hey, we heard that Nicki paying your legal fees. One thing, let me tell you something. One thing Nicki don't do is pay no motherfucking legal bills. When I tell you she is tight as fuck with her money, like when I heard her finally speak about financial literacy the other day, I said, finally, thank you. Somebody that's a rapper that's in your position is talking about saving money. While everybody was out here blowing money during the pandemic, she was working. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't out here spending big because that show money had dried up. You know what I'm saying? Record sales is going low. You ain't putting out no songs. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Everybody applying for PPP loans. Like, yeah, that lady is about her fucking bread, and she don't share it, and I don't share mine either. So, no.
What bread you got? You say you ain't got it.
I ain't got no bread. I'm talking about white bread. Wheat bread, Ezekiel bread, corn muffins.
What you think about Charleston White?
I think he's a plant.
Go a little deeper with that one.
You really want me to go?
Yeah.
On your podcast?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have these. What does Charleston White do?
He said he's a community activist.
That's what he said.
He said he's a community activist.
Did you do the research on him?
I haven't. Nah.
Okay. Nobody has no background on him, right?
Seen a little bit of, with some old videos, but like, no heavy research.
Okay. So I could say, hey, I used to work for a defense contractor for a year, and I helped to sell security cameras and military weapons to Europe, right? Nobody does the research. I could just say anything, right?
Sure, yeah.
Right? So he's a plant. So a lot of times now on social media, which can be very, very dangerous, right? People come out of nowhere. And then they get access to podcasts like yours or other podcasts, and then they say this outrageous shit. And the next thing you know, they're being paid to come on platforms to say outrageous shit, to trend. There's no background. There's no substance. What are you going to gain from this? Who is he? What does he stand for? He's a plant. So anybody can be planted on social media and they sit with the right person, they go viral. Everybody's contacting them. Then they start charging. And now, they're going from platform to platform just to spew opinions. He's a plant.
Do you think, like some of the things I hear Charleston speak about, I think needs to be spoken on, for starters. Like, I hear him talking down against gang violence, gangs in general.
But yet he got online to say he was going to bust a cap at T.I.'s young son.
Yeah. But I don't think I think that's out of context a little bit, because what he actually said is that if you put your hands on me, this is what I would do.
But isn't that gang violence too?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. If somebody tells me they're going to attack me, like, that's called self-defense.
Okay, that's called self-defense, but at the same time, if this man is a so-called community activist, believes in, let's say, Black Lives Matter, believes in young black youth doing better, first of all, why is he online talking shit about a kid? That's a child. And you know how it is being a brat, raised in a wealthy house, and you got whole social media up your ass, you're short, you're light-skinned, you're not the best looking, and his parents threw him into social media, into this world, without really any foundation. Yeah, his daddy come from it, but without no real preparation. He's still a black man. Let's get that processed. And you have a grown man like Charleston White talking shit about a child. He's still a child. King is still a child.
King ain't no damn child.
King is a child.
Man, no.
You have kids?
Yeah.
How's your
16.
oldest? 16. So when your child is 20, first of all, a child, this is why I love, like, the African culture so much. You know what I'm saying? That's why I went and got me an African husband. My kids are going to school.
I was surprised that your ass came back. They said you had ran to Africa and wasn't coming back.
Nah. I have dual citizenship.
So,
because I think in America, we think kids are kids. I mean, we think kids are adults when they're really children. A child is not done being a child until they're like 25. That's why the insurance rates is still high. That's why they can't really drink or smoke. That's why they can't get guns. Sometimes they can get guns because they still do a lot of fucked up shit. And we in the black community, we are raised to just send our kids out at 18 and expect them to just get it. You know what I'm saying? King is still a child mentally. And for Charleston White being a grown man, sitting up online, first of all, King didn't say anything about this grown man. It was Charleston that said it when he was paid to be on a podcast to say it. And then now you want beef with the kid that's got everything to prove because his parents threw him in the spotlight.
I think from context-wise, what I saw was Charleston speaking on Kanye and T.I., and then both the kids spoke up against both Tootie and King, said something about Charleston. So actually, King saw a video of Charleston saying, "I'm gonna call the police." There they go. He's pointing some people out, and then King made a video saying, "Oh, look at this bitch ass nigga. He calling for the police and da da da. Them blue lights saved you." Me personally, as a father, when I watched that video, first thing, I'm checking my son, flat out. Like, I rock with T.I. Obviously I had him on the podcast, had Boosie on the podcast. I sat down with Boosie and told him the same shit. Like, I believe, at my child, I'm talking me as a father, I'm immediately checking my child about going and making, any type of, statements to another grown man, because it puts me now in a position where I got to be forced to respond and have to take on whatever now has come with that comment or that video that he made.
And you said keyword, I'm checking my child.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking my child. Charleston White is a grown-ass man. And you said, if my son says something like this, I'm checking my child.
100%.
So when T.I. made the video to say, you come at me, you don't come at that's a child. We're still forgetting that you are a grown man. Charleston White's a grown man. T.I.'s a grown man. That should have been the only conversation that they had. Charleston should have ignored the child. That's a child. But you getting online saying, oh, you do something to me. You say you're going to do something to me. I'm going to bust her. I'm going to do this. That right there, you capping. You capping for social media. That's not civil rights. That's not leadership. That's industry plant shit. For you to stir up shit between the communities. It's how we respond. I don't give a fuck how a child is responding. That's a goddamn child. I'm going to address the adult.
These kids now operate a little differently. Like, we not operating with the kids that we grew up with in the 80s and the 90s. These little niggas will bust your head wide open.
And that's the father's fault.
Like, these kids now, like...
That's y'all fault.
I ain't even gonna put dumb niggas is strapped like
that's y'all fault.
Like, different.
And they have to be.
Not like this. Like,
they have to be.
Some of these little young niggas is crazy. Like, these little niggas is not operating with the respect of adult versus child. They're not operating with any of that.
Why would you, as a kid that grew up with your father in jail, mother doing the best she can, why would I respect another black man? And it wasn't a black man that showed me how to be better. When they look around, they don't see respect. That's why they carrying guns. That's why they coming at each other. That's why they you know what I'm saying? They beefing over rap lyrics because they have no black men to respect. They have nothing to look up to. It's only what's in the present. And as black men, when you have platforms like yours, when T.I. has a platform, when Boosie has a platform, it's imperative that y'all go and be the big brothers, that y'all give them something to look up to instead of judging them when they're children, knowing that when they hit 30s and 40s, they're going to evolve and look back and say, damn, that was stupid. If I only had somebody that I could look up to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just was... What you just hit on is first and foremost, like, they're growing up in a very abusive household.
Right.
There's no father figure present at all. When I talk to this young guy, you obviously hear these crazy lyrics. I mean, you know, but that's not what I got from the person that I met. Like,
I'm sure you didn't.
But when I say that, as I'm talking to this kid, well, he's a man. As I'm talking to him, you hear something that's very, very different. Like, they don't have anybody that's ever talked to them in any level of positive anything. They haven't had anybody show them how to do the shit the right way to show that they care. And I'm sitting there talking to this guy about real estate, and he literally looks me in my eyes and he goes, "Do you believe I can do this?" Like he wants to do something different. Like, they want to get away from all the bullshit that they've been a part of. He's like, man, he's dealt with so much pain. He got shot 8 times. He basically all his friends been either killed or in jail. Like, this kid has had nothing but.
Look, no disrespect to anybody that is, having to live a lifestyle that they don't want to live. But when he looked at you and said, "Do you believe I can do this?" See, this is what I find funny. This is where I come in and people say I'm fucked up, right? Because this is how my mind think. I'm like, of course he gonna fucking say that. Who the fuck wants to look over their shoulder every 5 minutes and dodge bullets? Who wanna wake up? Literally, there's this rapper, I'm not gonna tell you who he is, right? But when I talk to him on FaceTime, he only talks on FaceTime because he said the feds ain't figured out how to, I guess, get the FaceTime calls, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, we ain't talking about nothing that the feds need to listen to. So I don't understand why we have to talk on FaceTime. But he just wants to make it a habit, right? And when we talk, he's moving about his house. He's squatting, moving around his house. He won't stand up and walk in front of a window or a door. So I'm literally on FaceTime with him, and you'll see him ducking, walking through his house. Who in the fuck want to live like that?
That's some crazy shit.
But most of them like this. They always laying down. You see them, they laying down. They in a car, they laying down. They, you know what I'm saying? They got the phone up and they looking because people find you in your car. You know what I'm saying? You seeing people getting shot on social media, point blank while they on live. Who in the fuck want to live like that? So yes, if I was him, what you say his name was?
Young and Ace.
Young and Ace. I'll be trying to figure out how the fuck I get the hell out this lifestyle. 8 times he been shot, no father, and you the first person that plant a seed that say, listen, you don't have to live like this. But that's all he know because you got young boys teaching other young boys how to be men.
That's the issue.
Or so-called men.
And then the next thing is like the guys that's the OGs or, like even most of these guys look up to hip hop artists, right?
Why?
Because that's the only type of success that most black men see. It's a athlete or entertainer. Like that's what I told you before. This is a persona to me. When I put on this fucking chain and all this shit, like this to me, I know this attracts who I want to be able to get my message, right? I know who's going to pay. They don't pay attention when I got on a regular T-shirt and shit. I tried it. Like, that's one of the things when, I first came on the scene, I had on T-shirts, hoodies, and just regular shit. They didn't believe that I actually was making money or doing the real estate or whatever until they actually saw the Lambos, the Rolls Royces, the chains, the watches, and then it's like, oh shit, I need to get into real estate.
Why you just couldn't rent it for the seminar? Why you had to go buy it? You know what I'm saying? You did a real estate seminar, you just rent it, have the jeweler show up, you put it on, take it off. You know how they do for the Oscars and the Grammys and shit?
Hey, look, it's been a little cheaper that way.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You had a rental car man come up, then we get this, Lambo to shoot a video, and then you go about your business.
Yeah, that's what Jay
Sit
Morrison
on the
did.
Fake private plane at the selfie studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I was trying not to be Jay Morrison, so I had to, I had to do something different. Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would do. Listen, you want this chain? Take it.
The sick part though is that there haven't been enough outs for these young men.
Yeah.
There's not enough positive role models to see, and then they're getting entrenched in these gangs and this gang life and the drug culture from 12 to whatever, right? They're coming from their most impressionable years are like, I grew up in North Philly. Like, my cousins and all them niggas was in the game. Like, they try to, like, it's around you. And a lot of these guys become a product of their environment. They don't know anybody that's talking about how you make money or whatever. And then you know how we do. We play the nigga that goes and works at McDonald's or fast food or has a regular job. You a regular broke
But you ain't getting
nigga.
shot at though.
But you a broke nigga. So it's
I'd
because
rather
this
be
is what
broke
women
with no bullet holes.
but
Fuck that.
women have been a major reason why a lot of these guys go do that, because they don't want to be looked at like the broke nigga that can't afford this or can't do for them or whatever. You can't provide for somebody. You can't take care of the women. So now these young niggas is out here like, I'm gonna crash out.
That's why you fuck broke women.
Broke women got the highest expectations in the motherfucking world.
Because you got to get what's on your level. You got to go find that nigga. Now, I'm not buying you shit you can't afford to pay. First of all, I'm not buying you shit you can't afford to put insurance on. Okay? If you can't put insurance on your purse, okay, and if somebody takes a machete and fucking slices the Birkin, you know where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you can't put insurance on the chain or the watch or the shoes or the car, you can't afford it. What if something happened to me? Lord forbid. Lord knows anything happens to me, right? And I buy you all this shit, right? And I'm taking care of it. They're going to come repo this shit right back because you don't have a backup plan. So you have to date bitches that's on your level. If you at Burger King, fuck on the other Burger King attendant. You know what I'm saying? You working the drive-thru, she working the front, dude.
She tired of Burger King and she want a six-figure nigga.
Then let her go. Let her go. And you find somebody. Listen, there's somebody for everybody.
You know all the trouble I've been in my life.
And you grow together.
I've had several relationships. I've been with several women, and all the trouble I've ever had in my life has been with broke pussy.
I mean,
broke pussy. If they ain't making no money,
it may be the women you choose.
It was the women I was choosing, but in addition to that, they was broke. So hey, listen, my baby right now, she got a bag. We don't argue, we don't fight, we don't have no drama. Like, it's a different joint.
Because you guys are both entrepreneurs, right? So what's wrong with finding broke pussy? That's a broke entrepreneur pussy.
Nah, cause the broke pussy be trying to like.
Because the entrepreneur pussy don't want bags. They don't want jewelry. They don't want cars. They want money to put towards their business.
That too.
You understand? So like, listen, if your Burger King check and yield her, you know what I'm saying, the articles of incorporation to help her file the business, she gonna be good. I just think as men, y'all want a different caliber of pussy.
We want what we see on TV.
Exactly. But when you see it on TV, it don't look like that.
Well, like what's been pressed in front of us by magazine covers and videos and everything else is these, succulent looking women.
Okay.
With these bodies that have been now sculpted right here down in Miami.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody want. But it just come with a lot of consequences
you ain't
a lot of
everybody.
times.
You Tony.
Oh no, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like for me, that ain't what I'm looking for. I need first off, I make a lot of women mad because I won't even date women unless your money right. Like
because you don't want to take on.
I ain't taking no care of no
issues.
No, I'm good. First off, if your money ain't right, you don't have to worry. I'm like the women now. You ain't got to worry about me. You gotta have a bag.
I'm very old school. I believe in connecting with people because you both have a lot in common, and then from that you grow something. My husband and I have been together 17 years. When we met, he had a little bit more money than me, but he wasn't rich. You know what I'm saying? And then I grew up with the mentality, nigga got a car payment, he ain't got no money. His money going to the car payment. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, your car should be paid off. You may have a little rent going on, you know what I'm saying? But your money should stay in your pocket. That's what I've always looked for. So for me, the chains and stuff, I'm going to be honest with you, that's a turn off to me. Because I feel like, not that you insecure, but like I was in YOLO the other night, down in Fort Lauderdale, and this dude, he's sitting by himself, and he's got like this briefcase, and he's got this scarf on his head, and he got jewelry just lined up. And I'm like, I'm about to tell the waitress I don't want to sit beside his table because they put me right beside his table. I felt like they was putting all the black people together. For real, because I look over, I'm like, well, why are the white people over here and then the black people over here?
I be feeling like that sometimes.
Put me over here because if somebody come rob this motherfucker, I don't want to be in the, because he looks like a goddamn jewelry store walking. That's what a short, fat, ugly jewelry store. And you got shades on and it's dark in the restaurant. What can you see? Can you see a motherfucker coming from the left with a gun? Motherfucker coming from the right because you got shades on and it's dark in here and you got all this motherfucking jewelry on? Who are you waiting for, sir? Who are you waiting for? Ain't no bitch coming to the table.
How you know that man had nothing
He
lined
sat
up?
there 2 hours. Ain't no bitch show up at that table.
He might have had something lined
And
up.
listen, to be a bitch to fuck on that, you have got to be desperate. Because when the jury comes off, he's still short, fat, and ugly.
Well, it's a lot of them girls, they don't care about nothing
you see
but
what I'm saying?
They don't care about nothing but the money.
And that's what you want. I understand that because guess what? Like that's their mentality. But there's a certain type. You know what I'm saying? There's a community for everything. I just choose to reside in a community where we spiritually get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your mind ain't right, if you don't speak more than 3 languages, I don't want to talk to you. And I only speak 1 language.
Oh, so I'm about to say, how many languages do
1.
you speak? But your requirement is 3.
Yes. Because you can take me somewhere, bitch, and communicate. Like, you know what I'm saying? We drop in Spain, he's speaking Spanish. We drop in motherfucking France, he's speaking French fluently. You understand what I'm saying?
You are something else.
Yes, that's the shit that I look for.
Why
Can
y'all be
he
having
communicate in other languages so we can make some money?
Why do y'all have requirements that you don't fit yourself?
No, because listen, he can get me through doors I can't. If I want to do a deal with the French, guess who comes to the table? Sheck that speaks French. If I want to do a deal with the Africans, guess who comes to the table? My husband that speaks African. And let's be honest, they do respect men more than they respect women coming to a table. Your man has to be able to get you through doors that you can't get through. In America, let's be honest, 90% of America only educates you to become workers of America, whereas everywhere else in the world, they educate you to work outside. So you're going to learn 2 or 3 languages. You're going to learn Spanish at 2. You're going to learn French at 2. And you're going to be able to speak 4 or 5 languages by the time you go to college. So yes, that's what I look for. Can he facilitate or leverage a deal, a real estate deal in this country, a real estate deal in this country? But if you can't talk and you only speak American language, there's only so far America allows us to go. And that's why we're all out here wearing chains and wearing and driving Lambos and motherfucking living, you know what I'm saying, goddamn it, over here just because we're trying to fit in. But really, we ain't making no fucking money. You see what I'm saying?
I'm making some money.
I know you're making some money. I mean, I'm just saying, I see it. I'm here. I see the money. Don't try to come get it. I see you living good.
Still grinding. I'm like you.
Most motherfuckers that had the shit you got on, they ain't even got a house.
It's crazy.
They ain't got no place to stay. They staying with friends.
What do you think about like how I think our culture has been like pushed into like living way beyond our means and looking like it before we actually got it?
I don't know. I've never gotten that aspect. You know what I'm saying? I live according to what I live. I've never believed in that kind of fake it till you make it type thing. I actually enjoy, living a very modest lifestyle. You know.
You pretty frugal. I remember.
Oh yes, I'm very frugal.
My homie told me, he's like, boy, You know, we came to your show last time. He said, boy, Tasha K had just put on some shoes. Boy, they still had the price tag on the bottom of it.
Sometimes I do be walking in the Aldos. I love Aldo shoes, right? And you know, the stickers still be on the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And I don't take that shit off. I may have to run the motherfuckers back.
Is she gonna run them back?
I may have to run them back. Now, I scuff them up because, you know, Aldo's, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, they take that shit back.
Yeah.
So you leave it on there. You know what I'm saying?
Man was like, yeah, man, Tasha had a sticker on it. I was like, man, what that mean? He said, man, I don't know, but she still had it on.
Hey, I be in the restaurants. I be trying to share meals. I be like, listen. My husband be like, get your own. I'm like, but I could just eat off you, you know?
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like that. I love just being just real regular.
Yeah.
You know? I just love it.
And, like, so everybody thought you had ran to Africa.
I did go to Africa.
But they thought you weren't coming back. They said
I could have stayed.
They said Tasha K is trying to avoid her payment, and she done ran to Africa.
Listen, how many? I think statistics show that 92% of Americans are in debt. You know,
yeah.
So, I'm amongst the 92%. Shit, They call on the phone. I ain't got it. I'm gonna have to make some payment arrangements. Well, like,
I know that lady hate you, boy.
I don't hate her.
I know she hates you.
I don't hate her. I don't have enough energy. It take a lot of energy to hate somebody. That's a lot of energy. Like,
but it also take a lot of energy to ride on somebody as long as you did.
I ain't ride on her. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I think you were listening to the other bloggers report.
I think I was listening to the lead attorney nigga talk about it.
And he just got a platform, and he gets his most views off my name. You don't see it here?
I got a problem with that nigga too.
Why?
He's
an attorney.
He got online and put up a video with me and Jay Morrison's case, and he was biased.
Oh, so now you've experienced it. You listening to what he reporting about me.
Yeah, he was extremely biased.
Oh, now you see.
I was like almost to the point where it seemed like he was compensated, like the way he was. Like,
listen, a lot of it may not necessarily be compensation in monetary form, but there's compensation in some way or another when people pick a side, right?
Yeah, it was just too he was like too heavy against me. Like, I'm like, hold on, my dude, like. Your energy is too fucking strong and you talking too certain. And then like, so we did one video where they caught me with my hot temper. You know, that's what people like for me to see was like to be able to try to catch me out of character. You should never do that. So then I get back on like a couple days later and I was, at that point I had already got my shit off. So I felt, you know, more calm.
Okay. I'm gonna cross my legs here. I don't want to knock your microphone. Okay.
And, me and Jay both were on this episode. Jay came on first, and then I came after, and they took the video down because based off that
you violated community guidelines.
No, it was the lead attorney deleted the video off his page.
Oh,
so he did a whole live stream with Jay first. I came on afterwards, but the way that the facts had came out on that second call. They weren't too good for the other side.
Yeah.
He took the video down. And at that point I was like, yeah, this nigga getting paid or something because there's no.
Well, see, the difference between you and me is I don't address whether it's real or fake. I just let motherfuckers talk.
How do you deal with that shit, like, for real? Because that's a piece for me that it eats at me when I look at people playing with my name or saying shit that's not true. Because
I'm not saying this to you, right? I'm not saying, because a lot of times when I do speak, I have to make sure people understand where I'm going with this. When you address anything that anybody has to say about you, you're not addressing what they said. You're addressing your ego and your insecurity. So it's something that they hit, whether it probably stems from your childhood, it probably could stem from something that happened to you at work, something that happened to you in a relationship. So when people say something to you, you have to understand first, where is it coming from? What is the point of reference that they're using, okay? And then where's this going? So when you allow things to eat at you, it's like, why is it eating at you? Is it something that you have to relive again that was painful to you, and now you got to stand up for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be secure in whatever. You know what the truth is, right? And the truth will come out. Michael Jackson, my baby.
I'm a Michael Jackson fan.
That's my baby. Like, nobody can say, like, you say whatever you want to say about Michael, but I know for a fact, the feds. I have a Fed file, right? I have a Fed file. They've investigated me. Probably still is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We walk a very thin line. They investigated Michael for 10 years. 10 years. And he didn't address shit. This man was in and out of court before his life transition, right? And yes, the stress was killing him because it's draining his bank accounts. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking with his popularity. But he never said anything, right? He never said anything. People are going to think and say and formulate whatever opinion they want. But it's what you know. Unfortunately for Michael, he chose to deal with it through doing what he did, right? Because that was a coping mechanism for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You have to find what your coping mechanism is. They're going to say whatever they want to say. They're going to believe what they want to believe. But what are you going to do in order to protect your mind, your mental health, and your heart so that you can continue to go? Because if they know that they got you, they're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming. They're going to keep coming.
So I'll tell you, like, I remember the day that I had got a default judgment placed against me in the
mm-hmm.
And
how much was the judgment?
It wasn't a ruling on money. It was a ruling on, they basically dismissed my claims against them. Essentially I had
y'all was suing each other?
Suing each other.
Okay. I haven't followed your case, so I don't know.
Suing each other. My attorney got pregnant. We had switching attorneys, and it just kind of like, I guess my side, we let some cracks fall through. They ended up sending mail to a bullshit address. You know, mm-hmm. Once the attorney withdrew, they were sending mail to an address that nobody was receiving mail, so they ended up getting default judgment. We didn't get served. But I remember the day that I get online and he's online celebrating like he just won and like he had beat me, and you know he was won off merit, and I'm watching a community of people who don't know shit about the actual legal case itself or what was next or whatever, just coming and just like attacking, saying all kind of wild shit. And you know, I think just the to view people saying shit against me that I know I had just got. First off, I had my money stolen from me, and now I'm getting trolled after you stole my money. Mm-hmm. Like, it just put me in a position to want to, like, you know, go crazy.
But why?
Because if you get violated, then you watch a motherfucker get online and get like a loophole, and then he come online and celebrate violating you and misleading people with your name. Like I take a lot of pride in my name. Like I've been trying to be very, you know, upfront about how I operate with the people in the community, mm-hmm. how I help people, and having a nigga that is the exact opposite, playing with my name, mm-hmm. just feel like the ultimate disrespect. In addition to stealing from me. So was
it the comments that bothered you, or was it what he said?
It was the whole situation. It was the fact that he was obviously going out on his like little victory lap. And in addition to that, I'm now having like his people that's hearing and reading the news now coming in and doing exactly what you had in your comments. I mean, I saw your shit. You know, everybody got an opinion. Go pay up, shut the fuck up. Mm-hmm. You know better. You stealing people's business. Like, motherfuckers that don't know shit about nothing, but now they got so much energy towards your loss, right? Mm-hmm. What they deem as a loss in your position. And that was like one of the things I was like, I identify, you know, as I watch you, I'm like, I identify with you a lot just because I know we kind of dealing with some shit similar, like going through a legal proceeding. Like yours is a little bit different, you know, context-wise.
Mine was strictly marketing.
Yeah, you said yours is marketing?
Marketing.
brand building for sure, because everybody know who you are for goddamn sure now.
Exactly. So like, you gotta understand, like, people pay millions of dollars to get this type of coverage. I don't pay. Well, I pay legal fees for it, but as far as having to go on with this PR firm, because there's been a lot of talk since I was like at 200,000 followers. I had networks and companies, heavily interested. We didn't go that. We didn't sign any of those proposals or whatever, but like, PR is something that people need. Mm-hmm. And not that I went after her for PR or whatever. I do my stories the same way that I do my stories for everybody across the board. As you can see, I'm very, very fair. So just because you're this person doesn't mean, your shit ain't off the hook, But once it started to garner legs, I was just like, well, shit, this is PR here. Like, and that's what I look at it as, PR. Mm-hmm. There's nowhere I can't go anywhere now, or just deals, coming in that, don't get thrown our way. Nobody's worried about, you have a lawsuit, like, at all.
Let me ask you a couple questions, just business-wise. Like, you built up a big-ass platform, 1 million plus subscribers on YouTube. You have also your own network, right?
Yeah.
With having your own network, have you ever thought about like doing anything with distribution or like doing anything where?
All that's coming.
Yeah.
We got some really, really big things like in the works right now that I don't like to talk about it till it's out.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been a goal of like ours for years. It was the goal before I ever wanted to become or get in talk or whatever. Mm-hmm. So and we just one day at a time, just trying to but it's being leveraged, if that's what you're asking. Right. It's being leveraged.
If you were like, if you could tell me what's the like content schedule like for you? Are you recording every day?
I record like the news. Whenever there's a story.
Whenever
I got a story, breaking news. The difference is I don't go chasing it. You see what I'm saying? News vans are always out chasing it. They at the schools, they at the airports, they wherever they can to get the news. But whenever something's breaking, I do it. You know what I'm saying?
How much research do you do before you decide to actually air the story?
Man, I was thinking about doing vlogs to show like just dope. Prep work.
That'd be dope.
But I was like, I don't want to let people too much into my space, because it's a very sacred space. I'm still a creator at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not everything is for everybody. Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool as hell to get like a flow of like, oh shit, some news just came in. How do you verify if the shit's legitimate? Like, that whole process is...
I thought about that, but, we got all the receipts to back it up in our portal with our lawyers. So if it ever gets to that, like, people are like, how'd you know? Like the other night with the Megan story, phone calls being made. Mm-hmm. How she know about the 80 goddamn thousand? Don't worry about it. Did you deny it? Exactly. So, I thought about that, but it'll just take a lot of unnecessary time because it's not a audience big enough that wants to know the prep work. You see what I'm saying? And for me, I got to be able to leverage it and make money, and it's got to make sense. So I try to do things that make sense. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
What lessons did you learn from your legal proceeding? Anything?
I journal a lot. Let me go back. So, lesson number 1, ego, right? There was a lot of things that made the verdict go that way, but it had nothing to do with the evidence, right? It had everything to do with the way I responded. So you know how you'll see people in the comments or whatever early on, and you know what I'm saying? I went through postpartum really bad after I had my son, because, being over 35, I'm 38 years old, having a damn baby, thyroid problems. So a lot of things that were necessarily, I thought at the time were big, wasn't big. And so I would get online and I would fucking lay in, right? Like, fuck this, da-da-da-da-da. But it had nothing to do with the case. And so, like, with juries make decisions based off of who they feel that you are, right?
Right.
And so, when you open up a trial and the first thing you got is TashaK, and I'm not like this on my platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like this at all, but I got pushed. It worked. You know, I'm fuck you, bitch, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? That's not who I am. And I was out of character. I was truly out of character, right? So the biggest mistake that I made was allowing myself to get out of character. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like during this, you know, some of this process.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably my biggest lesson is that ego. Because everybody has an ego.
Right.
And when that ego starts to talk to you, like, fuck this, you gonna let these motherfuckers just play you like that? You know what I'm saying? Then you got the other side, chill down, stand down, it ain't worth it, ignore it. And then that rage builds up in you. And I suffered during my postpartum from something called hyperthyroidism, right? So hyperthyroidism makes your system go into overdrive. Not that this is an excuse, right?
Sure.
It's not. It's just things that I deem, as I laugh about now, were way more important during this time because I was unmedicated because I was breastfeeding and they couldn't give me thyroid medication while I was breastfeeding because I breastfed my son for 3 years. And so I'm angry about stuff that necessarily wouldn't even make me angry. And I'm going the fuck in, you know? And it'd be like late at night when I couldn't sleep. When we got postpartum, you can't sleep, you know? Mm-hmm. And so doing a lot of inflammatory videos that were not in line with my brand, that were not in line with who I am as a person, that were not in line with just being a human altogether. And they were used against me. Rightfully so, right? Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. So now, you know, of course I'm medicated, but even if I wasn't medicated, like there's other measures that I've taken in order to not see what's going on, which is I don't even have social media on my phone.
Wow.
So no phones, no nothing. Everything gets sent to me by the people that work for me. And that's what I focus on. So if I'm not getting alerts,
so that's how you don't read comments. That's the new.
I do not have.
Take the damn app off your phone.
Don't have the app on my phone. Facebook. I do Facebook a lot because I sell a lot through Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
So, you know, if I have furniture in the house that I'm, you know, redoing or whatever, I love to do that. It's like I love to decorate.
You have a yard sale on Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much. So, like, I told you, like, them shoes you saw the stickers on.
You can put them
bitches
back on Facebook
I put it back up, you know. And you know who else did that? That made me feel so good. Because, you know, people would be like, oh, you broke you this, whatever. Chris Brown, when he had that yard sale. Because he could have easily gave all that shit away. But he was like, fuck no, I spent millions of dollars on these fucking clothes and shit. I'm going to sell this shit. So that I believe in always just recycling or, you know, even giving away. Like I had a single mom today come pick up a lot of stuff, you know, for free. You know, she's like, you giving me this? I'm like, yeah, take it. You know, so I wanted to sell it. I did. I was like, fuck. And she could have just played me and went and sold that shit herself, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, when I hear single mom and stuff, but I'm always on there. You know, that's my little space or whatever. But, you know, I just don't have it on my phone. So I'm not being triggered. Mm-hmm. My insecurities are not being triggered. My ego is not being tested. I'm constantly only in my own world.
When you go through that legal battle and then you know, you now still cover the same type of material, do you have any type of reservations about, like, you know, somebody else now trying to sue you or whatever? I know obviously you say you had tons of cease and desists and all
still
that
getting
shit.
Cease and desist come in. No. I'm not.
Who out of all the people you exposed said some wild shit to you that really was like kind of like, no the fuck they didn't? Because I know you done called out husbands, gay men, everything. I mean, like who was one person that like kind of like just came at you like on something that you was like, damn, this motherfucker tripping?
That made me just want to say, I don't know, like that scared me or
just whatever.
What?
Just like somebody that stands out of people that you.
Damn. Anybody? Nobody.
What's the story that you had that when you saw you fell out your seat when you was like, oh shit, I can't believe it's this person?
I mean, there's a lot of stories like that. It's kind of hard.
Give me the TashaK.
You should have gave me these questions ahead of time. That way I could have had them.
Give me the TashaK top 5
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Top 5. I love all my stories. I love all my content, so I don't discriminate.
I know, but which ones, like, when you got those motherfucking receipts or whatever, you was like, ooh, shit, this one is the one. Or this, like, cause you know, we all have like interviews or whatever when you be like, that motherfucker gonna be good. This one's gonna be, I mean, obviously, like, you had the one with old girl, but outside of that.
I would say there was an R. Kelly story that I had got. And there was a girl. I didn't put it out though. Because that I could have been sued and everything could have been shut down. But she had very questionable like pictures, you know, of her and him and her doing things, you know.
Oh,
to
so
him.
you be getting everything.
Yeah, people. Let me tell you something. I say this. I used to want to, you know, interview celebrities and stuff like that. But then when I saw that the celebrities only wanted to kind of use our platform to push whatever products and shit that they had, they didn't want to spill no wine. You know what I'm saying? We're here to learn about you. You know what I'm saying? We're here to know about you. You know? Are you human? Right? And so I just found that it's way more entertaining to talk to the baby mama, to talk to the scorned mother, to talk to the scorned father, the girlfriends, the kids. They tell it all. Like, because they just fed up. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised my family ain't sat the fuck down. I'm surprised. My mama, she third me every other week. I'm going to Jerry Springer. She actually did have Steve Wilkos call me. She did. She, you know what I'm saying? She actually had Steve Wilkos call. They was like, "Hi, we're with the Steve Wilkos show, and your mom gave us a call." I said, "What? Why she ain't just called me? I would have put her on my motherfucking show." You know what I'm saying? I'm not going on y'all show. No, tell Aiyana to call me. I'll go.
That's funny as shit. So. You still didn't give me, like, you got to give me
Top
something.
5. Oh, my God. You should have gave me these questions before we did the podcast because that's hard, top 5.
Give me 3. Give me something. I know you had some shit that rolled on your desk and you was like, oh, shit.
There's so much.
Was R. Kelly shit that bad?
Okay, there was a Michael Jackson.
Hold on.
There was a Michael Jackson story.
Before you do that, the R. Kelly, because you said you had got some R. Kelly shit.
It was bad.
I never really paid attention in great detail. I seen all the allegations and things, but like,
well, the part about R. Kelly liking men, it has something to do with that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh.
So when it came out, you know, I had exposed like one of his lovers, like 2 of his lovers, but you know, as far as in depth going into detail, like he was into some really nasty shit, like just sexually, and you wonder like, why is every song about sex with him? Because he had become so desensitized to it that I feel that he needed to do more extreme shit in order to get off.
Oh, damn.
When you're R. Kelly and anybody will lay down with you, anybody or anything, you know?
Damn. Michael Jackson. What were you saying?
Yes. Okay. So I had a huge Michael Jackson expose, not on him, but on the people involved.
Mm-hmm.
And it was involving doctors, lawyers, everything. But because of how deep it went and the receipts that were presented before me, I think I was early on, probably like 200,000-300,000. I decided to back off because the one witness that I needed got scared and backed off. And there was no way I could go forward with that caliber of a story without having someone that credible, because it would have came for people's law firms, it would have came for their medical practices, it would have came for a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And at that time, I didn't have, you know, the infrastructure in place to even, I would have been out of business before I started. I would have been out of business. When you go up against white folks, you know what I'm saying? No offense, I know you listen. But when you go up against white, because I know you do, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you gotta have it.
He's actually Mexican.
Okay. Oh, you could pass. You could pass. Do you get that a lot though? See, he knows he's one of the ones that can pass. Like he ain't get enough sun. That's what it is.
In Miami.
Yeah, in Miami, right? He ain't get enough sun. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but like, yeah, I would have been out of business before I started. And I had told my fans about it. I didn't tell them, not my fans, but my viewers. I got to stop saying that. I hate that word, fans. Viewers. Because one day they could be a viewer, next day they can't. You know what I'm saying? So I call everybody viewers. But I had told them, and it was so huge. And it was just like, but I could not, the source got scared. And I was just like, I can't put this out without you.
I kind of, the crazy part is like when I got into that beef with Jay, I ended up having like, all these receipts coming to me from all different type of people. I started calling them out. I felt like I was a private eye for a minute because I had like the baby moms and the ex-wives. I was on some shit. I was niggas.
Why you ain't pass it to me?
Oh, I can give it to you still. I got it. Oh, and it's good.
Look, you got anything out there like that, you give it to me.
So, but the crazy part, I didn't I didn't know your platform at that time.
Yeah.
It just so happened that like.
Am I too loud?
Nah,
I
you good.
yell a lot.
Nah, you good.
Sure? It's not bleeding. The sound not bleeding.
No, you good.
Okay, cool.
But when this shit started happening, I was just thinking from a perspective of like letting people know what happened to me, and then the baby moms and I was like, you on the right track. And they were sending me shit that was just like, God damn, like. Yeah, so I kind of like I get that adrenaline that kind of you get too, and you got some juicy shit that you about to be able to put out on somebody. Give me two more. You had Michael Jackson.
Damn, you really making me think, and I ain't had nothing to eat today.
I'll take you to eat out. Yeah, hell yeah, we gonna go something to eat. Yeah.
You could just take me for some tacos. I'm cheap.
Nah, we gonna go somewhere nice. We gonna go we go Design District.
No, I like the Design District. That's nice. Okay, so damn, you gonna make me get my phone and call my sister. She'll remind me.
Yeah, y'all got. I know you had some stories that just kind of like.
There's so many stories.
That's what I'm saying.
Once I'm
when
done
I go to your
story,
page, you be having so much shit.
Yeah, but once I do a story, it's done.
Yeah,
it's done. Like I don't go back to it unless I have to. I'm completely out of that space. It's over. It's done. I'm creating.
So when you expose these undercover men, these DL men, and all that shit, like, have you had any?
That doesn't surprise me.
But I'm saying, have you had any of them guys try to like come at you crazy? After?
Yeah, I had a few people threaten me. Yeah, saying, "Oh, this come out." Hell, shit, I've been. I can't put that out though, but you know what I'm saying. But no, I've had a few. That's the
ones I'm trying to get. The ones what you keep holding back? You holding all the juice over there. Tasha got too much shit. She be holding on, y'all.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying. The bigger you are, the more politically correct you got to be. And you got to move strategically. So not anything that I say. You see, I don't even be saying shit and stuff just fucking trend. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be careful.
You got the audience on and I asked you about Charleston earlier. I'm kind of jumping thoughts.
Yeah.
Because you guys have like the way you got, and I asked you because you guys both captivate audiences that is really intriguing to me. It's different ways, but like there's this like love-hate type shit. There's people that love you, people that hate you, but they all tune in, whether they hate you, whether they love you. And that's what I see in Charleston, where people, you'll see people in the comments and saying, hey, I'm going to murder you, I'm going to kill you, blah, 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 blah. And you see people saying they support what he's doing. You see all the different
but
layers.
It's the haters that keep them going, though. It's not the people that love you. People that love you, they're going to consistently pay you. Mm-hmm. But the ones that introduce you to new viewers and stuff like that are the haters. You'd be surprised what percentage of our followers, our viewers, come see me because of what somebody else said on their page. Mm-hmm. They're like, who is this Tasha K person? Everybody keeps saying about this Tasha K person. They go, oh my God, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did you delete your social media once they told you lost?
No, I was on social media. We had dropped ads that same day. Right after, as soon as we got the verdict.
No, I ain't gonna do that to you.
So we got the verdict. Shit, my sister was like, I gotta post this ad. Go ahead, do your thing. Post it.
So I'm sure business probably had some positive impact with all that.
I mean,
shit
it had some
going on.
positive. Yeah, it had a lot of positive. I mean, we had like a small percentage of negative, but they ended up coming back. So, it's that way with any controversy. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, so
what are you like? What's next for you? What are you doing? Like you just
now I don't tell people my next move. You know, you got haters out here doing witchcraft and shit. Ever say your next motherfucking move?
But so we got your, but no, we got to know what's next. Like you got, and I'm not talking about you don't have to give you like your
what's
big
next.
shit.
We are gonna be touring.
Okay,
We're gonna be touring.
so tour. Everybody doing tour. I'm gonna have to get you on my tour.
Movies.
You gonna do some movies?
Movies. Yeah.
Yeah. You when it comes to brand and what you've been able to build, do you see over time people forgetting about like the negative shit and kind of focusing on like, the entertainment value?
I don't want them to because I got a little upset when Alex Jones got that verdict. He took some of my clout away. I was the highest. Now he the highest.
Yo, she crazy as shit, yo.
I was like, $1 billion? Fuck. I was like, you know what that's gonna do for his fucking platform?
Damn.
$1 billion, and not knowing damn well the parents ain't gonna get that fucking money, so they just wasted their money on lawyers, and he ain't got $1 billion to fucking pay. Who getting paid? The lawyers or the judge?
That's
Who getting paid?
The attorneys and the judges.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the parents still can't bring Timmy back.
Do you Damn, I just want to brain dead for a second. Damn, I had some more.
I should have ate first, and I would have been able to spill more wine. You know what I'm saying? Why you thinking I'm a thing?
Because you've been holding all the wine over there.
I ain't been. I mean, it's supposed to come out on my show.
I should have brought some damn wine down this motherfucker.
Yeah, if you would have brought some wine, yes.
I was asleep over. We should have got get
yeah. You should have got the wine going. That's how you, especially a chair like this. You got the Wendy Williams chairs and shit. You know what I'm saying? You should have had the wine going. Look. Now they gonna be like, oh, she had a purple chair. She thinks she Wendy now. Nah.
Oh, Wendy got a purple chair.
Yeah, she got the purple chair.
When you gonna get a talk show? You gotta get your own talk show.
I have a talk show. Ain't nobody watching talk shows on TV no more. You tuned in to Channel 2 to watch a talk show?
Nah, I mean, but they still be on shit.
They still be on for the old white people.
I'm about to say, somebody watching the motherfuckers.
They still be on for the old people sitting in their house paying their bills by check.
By check.
By check. You know, motherfuckers still write out the checkbook. Everything laid on the table with the plastic flower cover table wrap, tablecloth.
Granny house.
Yep.
Granny
they
house.
sitting there watching, what the hell Jay Hudson got going on? Knowing them people ain't buying no goddamn ads. You know what I'm saying? They sell that shit for advertisement. Them old people watching TV, everybody on the internet. But shit, let me tell you something. I got some grandmas that sitting at the table writing checks. They don't believe in no debit cards and no motherfucking bank. You know, they believe in going into the bank, taking their money out, and going to pay who they got to pay. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in no online banking or none of that shit, right? They watch. They are heavy watchers. I was talking to a grandma the other day. She was like 75. She was like, you my bitch. I was like, oh, thank you, grandma. Thank you.
So your demographic probably wide.
Woo!
Your demographic from 16 to 90.
Man, listen, they go. Yeah, you just never know who.
Ladies like messy shit though.
But we ain't messy. You
y'all
think
messy
we
than a
messy?
motherfucker.
No. Have you
look,
sat through and watched the whole show though?
Yeah, I watched your show. What you talking about? You messy than a motherfucker. Like, I done watched the show. I'm like, yo, these niggas is crazy. And then the comment section is just like, you don't even, they will run through you in Tasha comment section. Like, they will fuck you over. Like, it's not just what Tasha says that will piss you off. It's like, it's going to be her joking and doing some bullshit. And then you got to go and read the live chat to see what the niggas are saying that's really grinding you up. The winos be fucking ruthless. I done seen them just like obliterate people. Like, I knew he was this and that.
Everybody trying to say, it's to the point.
It's like you incite a riot.
It's the point now, like, you know, and the winos told me this years ago. They was like, we got it, Tasha. You ain't gonna say shit.
8,000, 5,000 motherfuckers on that live at one point just having a field day. Like, Tasha, what do you get out of exposing that a nigga gay or
I don't like to expose that people gay. I like to expose down low niggas.
Bro, that's the same difference.
That's not the difference.
If you taking it, you're taking it.
Like, there's a lot of artists out here. What's the artist name that was just exposed and Joe Budden had him on the podcast and there was a sex tape that came out of him and two men, right? And everybody was going crazy. I'm like, why everybody going crazy? First of all, this man has not been on the scene with any woman. He has not been out here living his life with a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he gets exposed. So y'all basically are like up in arms because a rapper is gay. There's a lot of rappers out here that's gay, okay? And you don't ever see them with women. So, but when you're actively living as a, straight man and you're trading yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when I come in. Because I'm like, okay, you're not gonna be putting it in ass and then putting it in pussy and then causing all these bacterial infections and shit. We're not doing that. We're not doing no E. coli passing, no hepatitis passing, no HIV. Because when you go in the asshole, what's back there, it ain't meant to come. It's meant to come out. And it's a lot of sanitation. For real, I had a gay friend that used to do my hair years ago. And we were talking. He was like, do you know how nasty it is and what it smells like? Matter of fact, I was just talking to a trans comedian yesterday saying, do you know what it smells like when men have anal sex? Because like you're that's a waste. So there's a lot of sanitation that has to go, a process that we have to go through in order to keep from catching things or, you see what I'm saying? They don't talk about that kind of shit. So when you with a woman and you know our vagina, it catches something when it doesn't want to. We can wipe wrong and have a fucking infection. You know what I'm saying? And when you put your dick in an asshole and then you take it out, you can't even. First of all, when you fucking your fiance, can you go from the asshole to the pussy?
Nah, you gotta clean it up.
You gotta clean it up.
Gotta clean it up.
So how I know you ain't clean it up? You see what I'm saying? And you done fucked your nigga back here on the side, and then you coming to put it in my put. No.
For clarification, I don't fuck in the booty at all. Just
see how I just got her to admit?
Just so you niggas know. Hey, just so y'all know, and my baby.
You see how we just got her to admit though? That's TashaK.
No, I know you're supposed to wash it off. I know the rules of the game, but like something about me.
TashaK.
Something about me is like, man, I never been in the booty sex. Right? I think I used to be a homophobe, like big time.
Why?
Because like I grew up in the inner city, like it was frowned upon to be gay.
Yeah.
Like my mom hairdresser was gay. I used to go in there and motherfucker, it would make my skin crawl. Like just the fact that like in my mind I had been conditioned to feel like being gay was you gonna give me HIV, all those different.
Yeah. Okay. If you can't, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Oh yeah, so you grew up around that time too.
Yeah, so but
Philadelphia came out.
But now, like as I've gotten older, like my PR people and all, they're, gay men, like they do their thing. I don't.
Yeah, it shouldn't bother you what somebody else does in the bedroom,
yeah,
right?
That don't bother me. But
like,
it
bothers me if we got, just women in general that are being lied to. Okay. Everybody should be up front. We live in a world now where a man can be both, and women are okay with it. First of all, women have always been okay with sharing, okay? As long as you tell them. Even if they're not okay with it, they still accept it. Whether they talking shit, oh, you was with that bitch. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They know. Like, and the shit that our grandmas and our aunts and great-grandmothers went through, the shit that our granddaddies did and great uncles, you wouldn't even, you think I'm spilling some wine. The wine that they got, that they done took to the grave, you know what I'm saying, on they men, and they still took it. As long as a woman knows what you're doing, more than likely, as long as you're honest, everything is cool. But it's the dishonesty that I have an issue with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna put your ass out there. We're gonna be honest with everybody today.
What made you get to that point though? Did you have an undercover nigga that you was fucking with or something? Or?
Yeah, that shit happened to me when I was like 21. Yeah.
I knew it was some deeper shit than you.
But it ain't. See, a lot of people like to think that it's deeper. First of all, the man never gave me nothing.
No,
right?
he gave you nothing.
He never. It's not like I'm going back to I was 21. I was doing this. But you have to understand how many women are being affected by this. Mm-hmm. Like girls, young girls. I remember when I used to visit Spelman, and just the number of young women that had sex for the first time, or even men, even men that are not or that are confused about their sexuality and have sex for the first time, and then the partners are not being honest with what they're doing and who they're with. So it kind of puts it all on the table. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, listen, you ain't gonna run around here and infect everybody. You know what I'm saying? You fucking in the ass and you fucking this person, you fucking in the pussy and it's unprotected and you not telling nobody, that's bullshit. That's why you can still get locked up. You know what I'm saying? For passing around things and shit like that. It's a crime.
Speaking of crime, what I think should be a crime is this trans shit.
Why? I ain't got nothing. Listen, the thoughts and opinions of Tony, the closer, are not the thoughts and opinions of Tasha K.
These are my thoughts and opinions.
We're not about to get dondered right now. Go ahead.
We gotta talk about Kanye too.
Listen,
but let me listen. There's this trans situation I keep seeing pop up.
Trans,
where even out here in Miami, there's some girl. I think her name is Hennesey or some shit like that.
yeah.
Motherfucker done fucked a whole bunch of men, but never told them she was a woman. I mean, a man.
You believe that?
I mean, yeah.
You believe that? First of all, men have certain aesthetics physically that are just you. There's no surgery. No surgery that can take that away.
They saying that the surgery and all that shit is done.
Yeah, the surgery may be done, but aesthetically, you know.
If a motherfucker look like a girl, I'm gonna expect you to be a girl.
We live in Miami. You know what's real. You know what ain't no perfect surgery. Maury Povich did them motherfucking shows for years, okay? We knew who was who. We knew who was who.
Listen.
There's maybe one.
It should be against the law that you represent that you a female and you a fucking male.
There was only one bitch in high school that was a little manlier than the other, but she was still a woman. But it's not all women.
Man, some of these girls look just like their daddy.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of them look just like their daddy.
But that's a rare thing.
Got some strong daddy features, chin and everything. And
but even those are still proud of being women. You understand what I'm saying? Whether they like women or whether they like men, they're still proud of being women. They're not trying to hide that. But as a man, I'ma know that you are a fucking man. I'ma know that. You see what I'm saying? And you trying to sit here and tell me that the niggas shit on the exposed, they didn't know?
If I'm meeting you in the strip
club,
let me ask you a question.
That's what you get for taking home a stripper that you don't know.
Nah, that's bullshit.
That's what you get.
If I'm at the strip club and I take the stripper home, how the fuck am I supposed to think
it's a man? You take the stripper home high, drunk, guess what? And it feel like titties? First of all, you should be questioning anybody if the ass don't match the legs, don't match the thigh. Bitch, you know you didn't come out your mama looking like that.
These girls in Miami don't ass and legs don't match.
Exactly. So you have to do due diligence and ask motherfucking questions, okay? And you shouldn't be taking no goddamn strippers home that you don't know. You don't know their mama and daddy. You ain't seen no baby. You ain't seen no baby picture. Just ask for the fucking baby picture. Can I talk to your mama?
I ain't never asked no woman I'm fucking, can I see your baby picture in my life?
Man, you gonna have to.
Man, come on, man. We shouldn't have to be in times where I gotta go see your baby picture to know.
If you don't want to fuck on something other than what you fucking on, you better ask.
I'm glad I got me a woman because this shit is getting out of control out here. This shit is totally different.
You better ask.
But real talk, do you think that that's not fucked up to like have somebody out here representing that they're a female?
No.
What? Then why you got a problem with the DL niggas then?
Because that's different.
That ain't no different. That's a nigga. Different. That's a nigga acting like it.
What I have a problem with when it comes to trans women having relationships and not telling men and the men don't know, that's bullshit. If you get a woman back to the room and you expect it to be a woman, right? You're gonna know if that's a woman or not. You're gonna know.
They saying that they got the coochies.
You're going to know. Go online and start looking at how the surgery looks too.
Does it? I'm assuming it looked like a coochie.
You're gonna know. So you haven't been in those shoes before. So until you're in those shoes, I guarantee you, when men start getting more open to speak about being catfished, they're going to tell you, fuck, I missed it. The signs was right there. And I missed that shit. Like Youngbuck said to me on the phone.
Oh, Lord.
Youngbuck said to me on the phone, Tasha, I said, Youngbuck, was this you in the video? Yes. I said, okay, so you knew that this was a trans woman? No. I said, well, how didn't you know? And his reasoning made sense. He said when he got there, the girl was sending pictures in the DM. That's rule number 1. The girl sending pictures to you in the DM of pussies and stuff like that. She tell you to come meet her at a hotel. You go meet her at a hotel. When she get in the room, she said she can't fuck because her period on. But told you to come so you can fuck. And the only thing she could do is give you head. I was just talking to a trans comedian yesterday. We sit here laughing about this shit because how you didn't know it was a man and we had sex. You went an asshole, nigga. You know you went in some asshole. There's a clear difference between going an asshole and pussy.
Nah, they saying that it's a pussy there now.
Listen to me. Women, we have elasticity. We have muscles. You go in an asshole, or whether you go in somebody that has surgery, they don't have that muscle structure. When you say grab me, they can't grab you.
Some of these girls are so loose they can't grab nothing if they try.
Then that's who you and that person. Whatever transaction.
A couple of them girls, maybe I'm like, damn, girl, what you been doing?
5 kids, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Listen. So, that's what I'm saying. There's no way to sit here and say, I'm not buying that shit no more that you didn't know. Now, in Youngbuck's situation, all the trans had was the video of the head, right? So he in the video, head back, and he's receiving fellatio, right? And he doesn't know. And he says he comes in the mouth and he leaves. So that's different. But you having sex with a trans woman.
Even that is fucked up though. If I'm thinking like, if I got a nigga sucking my dick and I think it's a girl, that's fucking wrong.
What I feel is wrong. And
that's wrong.
This is the only issue that I have with the trans community, not the LGBT, not the LGBT community, but the trans community, is that, okay, first of all, they will never, when I expose them, they could never cancel me. And here's the reason why. And what you're speaking on, I'll dialogue with you on that because that is fucked up, right? So you marching around, you got us picketing, you trying to get us to cancel Dave Chappelle and everything like that, but yet y'all still won't hold your community accountable when a trans woman decides to expose a man. Mm-hmm. Because they're exposing a man because the man is what?
Straight.
Gay.
Oh, well.
Gay.
And
the reason they're exposing them.
Well, when this Hennesey chick was exposing people, she was exposing them.
And that's where the trans community and the LGBT community needs to come together and rally as a whole to say, we will not tolerate this. Because if you want rights as a woman, you want to use the bathroom, you want to say that you don't have to conceal who you are and that you should be respected for who you are, you have no fucking business exposing a man for being gay. Because you're a woman. You're all things woman.
That's my problem.
That's a living contradiction. So guess what? I will continue to drag their ass when they get out of line like that. So are you a man today or are you a woman? Because you just exposed this man for fucking on you for being gay, which means that makes the man gay. You slept with a man that you slept with a woman that you didn't think was a man. That's shameful. So in that case, guess what? That's why Dave Chappelle still has his motherfucking show. Because y'all won't hold each other accountable. Y'all won't want more smoke for the heterosexual community than you do your own community. So in that case, guess what? Y'all will never have it that way because guess what? You don't hold your own.
That's the thing when you hear, for me personally, I hear people like that want accountability from people who attack the trans community or whatever. But they're
attacking themselves.
But you put yourself in situations where you got men who aren't knowingly having sex with you. And then you come out and you exposing them.
For being what? Gay.
Right.
But you're a woman. But you identify as a woman. You should be respected and treated as such.
I saw something on Spiritual Word yesterday.
You get a period. You have babies.
Spiritual Word yesterday, there was a post up with a girl that was dating her boyfriend for like 3 months, living with the mom and the...
I don't believe that shit. The nigga knew. The nigga know. The mama didn't know, but the nigga knew.
How?
The nigga knew.
How?
You ain't, first of all, you ain't laid up in your mama, your house your fucking mama live in and let a bitch move in and you ain't fucking on them. That boy knew what it was. It was the mama that said you had to get out.
So I'm gonna need somebody to help me in the comments or whatever. Let me know if you experienced that. Is the pussy different when you, like, cause they telling me that.
Why don't you just go find out?
Come on now. Look, there she go with this nut shit. Like,
Go find out.
God
I
damn,
mean,
Tasha.
I'm sure you can pay a trans woman. Let me see it.
No, I don't even want to
Or
see it.
you just Google.
Hey, look, that's what Nichole did yesterday. She Googled it. She's like, ooh, baby, it looked the same.
It looked the same, but feelings.
But that's what I'm talking about. I gotta get inside before I know if that motherfucker a man or a female. This shit is getting crazy.
Even aesthetically, like you can have surgery, right? A man can have surgery and transform to a woman, vice versa, right? You're still gonna know something is off. Something is off. They can't get rid of everything.
I
in
just
surgery.
can't, no, Tasha. You can't make me believe that a person can go and get their whole entire body altered, be in female settings, you in strip clubs or whatever, where you supposed to be a female, and then you fucking on a nigga and gonna come out here and expose the same niggas that you was acting like.
And if you look at the face of the shoulders, that would have told me all day.
I ain't even seen this person, but I just been hearing all the stories.
Yeah, you look at the face of the shoulders. Yeah.
Somebody can tell you some of these girls be looking like their daddy.
I mean, I'm just saying. So I ain't believing it. I ain't believing it. So the problem that I had with Hennesey Carolina, whatever her damn name is, I don't know. Hennesey Marie, is that her name?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I get her and Cardi B's sister mixed up. Hennessy. Every time I hear Hennessy, I think of Cardi B's sisters. But Hennesey Marie, is that, are you exposing them because they're gay? Why are you exposing them? Why? You see what I'm saying? And the trans community and the LGBT, I don't want to hear them coming for nobody else if you ain't going to hold your own accountable for not holding the fort down. Mm-hmm. If you want to be treated as such, act as such. You supposed to carry yourself like a lady. A lady don't kiss and tell.
That's a bar right there. I love it. Everybody and mama in the last 5 days has canceled Kanye. He'll
be back.
Everybody from Adidas to even I seen Cherie.
It's compartmentalized outrage.
Did you see Cherie?
She by Cherie has canceled Kanye. Yeah, it's fake outrage. It's no more than buck breaking.
Do you believe that any of this is strategic by Kanye? Do you believe this is planned, or do you think he's having? I'm hearing so many different things. I know you kind of get news.
I think that it needed to happen, and that way, our folk, will start being in more control of their own. Kanye dumps a ton of fucking money into other communities, and as soon as he does one thing wrong, they give him back his money. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's about priorities. And so I feel that this is a moment for him to prioritize. He's still got bread. Kanye, to make no mistake, Kanye still got bread. You know? And a lot of those people that have severed partnerships have to pay him. And let's be honest, what is Adidas without Yeezy?
Nothing.
Who goes to buy Adidas without Yeezy?
50,
you going in?
50-plus-year-old man.
Nobody's going at Adidas. The last time Adidas was hot is when they had the different color shoes and shit. Remember, everybody was wearing them. You know what I'm saying?
That's
green.
That's the Pharrell.
Yeah, like nobody is fucking with Adidas like that. Adidas just gave away, not including future revenue loss, because somebody made a phone call and told them they better do it. So basically, you just sent your business down to prove a point. Who's going bankrupt just because over what somebody said? Adidas just literally committed business suicide without Kanye. Beyonce ain't putting enough product out to keep y'all stabilized. Mm-hmm. It was Yeezy. So this all is compartmentalized outrage. Yes, what Kanye said was really fucked up. You should never use the word death and Jew in the same sentence.
Was it the DEFCON? Was it the DEFCON quote?
Yes.
Because I was trying to figure out, like, I watched that full 3-hour video.
Yes. DEFCON and Kanye is a very influential person, and people go and do what he says do. So now people are holding up swastikas and doing Nazi symbols and shit like that, because we live in a very followeristic like type society now, mm-hmm. where people are looking for someone to be the spokesman of that, and you can't. No matter how upset you are, you can't say those things. You chose to do business with these people. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, nobody told you to do business. Matter of fact, it was Sway in the morning that told you to do it on your own. It was a black man that told you to do it on your own. You said, fuck them. You went over here, and now them people done sent you back to do it on your own. To do the very thing that you should have did in the first place. Why? And Africans spend more money as a whole, Chinese, Europeans, on his shit more than Americans do, but you being counseled in America.
I think the reality of like why most of us as black entrepreneurs don't do it is probably the confidence at first. I think like now that he's been able to have that level of success, I think it makes it easier. It makes it easier to be able to go and transition into having your own. But I think
it may not be as big as it was before.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, just because it was big doesn't mean he had his hands in all of it.
Right.
There's a lot of hands in that pot. But now the pot has been reduced. The pot has been reduced. Now it's just your pot. Mm-hmm. Maybe God did that. God did that. What he said, I don't even think it should have came into thought. Because that's not the problem. The Jews are not the problem. White people are not the problem. Black people are not the problem. We all have to look within self. You cannot leverage all these business deals and then just because you don't get what you want after you were told not to go, but you went through the motherfucking door anyway, and now you got a problem. That's your problem. That's nobody else's problem. He doesn't do shit for the black community. So now you on both sides. You ousted from this community. This community been stopped fucking with you because you stopped fucking on the community. You sitting online talking about your preference, but your preference just basically condemned you to their community.
Let me get on that real quick.
What's up?
Why can't men have a preference?
You can have a preference.
Nah, because when a black successful man has a preference of the type of woman that he wants, black women get offended.
I have a preference. You can have a preference. You can have a preference. But you, as an influential being as Kanye, constantly putting that preference out, constantly saying Black Lives Matter is a scam, constantly saying this woman is better than this woman, is that really a preference? Because it sounds like you want the black woman or you want it to happen like this in the black community, but because you can't get it your way, you're going to uphold this one. You love who you love, period.
But black women give black men a very, very hard time about dating outside of their race. You know how many...
Because of the reasons as to... First of all, I don't think a black woman really gives a shit who y'all date. It's when you lay up and you pillow talk and try to say, oh, I don't date black women because of this. I don't date black women because of that. Is it the black woman that you don't date or is it the person? Is it the character? You see what I'm saying? Y'all, men sit up. Let's not sit here and say y'all don't sit up and aesthetically say that this is what I want, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you get it and it doesn't come and it doesn't match your energy, now it's a problem because you aesthetically went after something. You didn't go after the heart. You went after the aesthetics of the big titties, the big ass, the long hair, right? But then when it come with problems, finance problems, remember I told you, get broke pussy, right? Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, well, I've dated black women, they wanted it. I've dated, but the white women, they just seem to do this. It's not the woman, it's you. I got black men that are my friends, that are my cousins, that are married to some amazing white women. But they ain't around here trying to be something they're not, or be a token to somebody. But really they wanted it in a black woman, but they settled for a white woman, and they decided to put the white woman up at a pedestal to make sure every black woman knows why I don't fuck you.
I don't think it's because a man is making it known why they don't fuck with you. Some men just have a preference of the type of women that they're attracted to. And black women don't like if it's not a black woman.
Do you see us sitting up? First of all, it's an insecurity. When y'all sit up and y'all say, oh, this is our preference, this, and that. Me, I told you straight up. I prefer men who are educated. I didn't say aesthetically it had to be black. I didn't say aesthetically it had to be muscles and I didn't say that. I said he has to speak 3 or more languages. That could come in Asian, white, whoever.
But a black woman doesn't get the same criticism for dating outside of the race like a black man does.
We don't say we're dating outside of our race.
Oh, absolutely.
No, we do not.
Oh,
no,
come
we do
on,
not.
Tasha. Like,
no,
it's some
you
black
ain't never
women that
heard.
grind the black men up. You ain't this, you ain't that, daddy ain't
And
this.
listen, and she's wrong too. But you rarely see that though. First of all, you rarely see black women go outside of their race. You got some of them that say, no, I'm holding for my king. I'm holding the fort for my black king. I'm holding it, right? But then you got some that'll do the same thing that some black men do. Oh, you know what? I need a certain type of woman or to look a certain way to walk me through the door or to make me or to be aesthetically pleasing to me. This is what I look for, okay? Then when she courting your ass down here in Miami in the condos and you online tweeting, because this is what he did. Now, this is an African man that tweeted his disdain for black women, put the white woman up on the pedestal, and she killed his ass. And now you want the black women to come and rally for you. To say, justice.
This is the building, right?
What the hell you got? The podcast over. This building is hexed and cursed.
This is the building.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it happened here.
That's what I'm saying. So
so because this man had and this is my issue with
but
this shit. This man put that shit up when he was 16 years old.
You didn't think that's who he was?
Man, come on. So T.I. kid a kid at 18, it can make threats to grown ass men, but this man at 16 can't say, "Hey, I like this type of woman."
There are consequences for everything.
And then for black women to hold this man when he dead, be like, "Well, hey nigga, you got what you wanted."
Absolutely.
Y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
High from the grave. Listen.
Y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
High from the grave.
Nigga, so, you African nigga, that's what you get.
That's what you get, nigga. But I'm saying it didn't take all that. He could have fucked on as many white women as he wanted to, right? He could have fucked them all. He could have made as many babies. He could have nutted in their motherfucking eye and left it there. We wouldn't have gave a shit. But the moment you come to take to social media to say, why? Because you want us to be like that.
I done said some shit about black women that done did me dirty and hurt my feelings.
Okay, but
he probably was venting. He could have been venting in that space.
Who you fucking on? Because your woman is a very beautiful, educated black woman.
She's a black woman.
Exactly. But you didn't stop fucking on her.
Hey, look, I love black women.
Okay.
I ain't blind to some of these other races that look good too.
Okay, but
so if I would have decided I wanted to go get me a little Mexican mommy or a white girl, why would I have to be under the ridicule of all the black women?
No, you only under the ridicule when you take the Twitter to tweet about it. So guess what? You have now ignited the army.
Black women.
But if
black
I
Twitter would have
see
turned my
you-
ass up if I would have came on that bitch with a white girl. If I would have came on that bitch with Becky, y'all motherfuckers would have ate me up. Look at this nigga talking about financial literacy and helping black people, and he got a whole white bitch.
No, and you know what? And that's
off.
ignorant on their behalf because guess what? It's not you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different when you boast about it, right? I have no problems with you, laying up with whoever you want to lay up with. Like I said, I got some white girls that are my best of sister-in-laws and cousins and shit. You see what I'm saying? But they men ain't fucking on them because, they think white is better. They fell in love with these women. And these women fell in love with these men. It's not about love anymore. It's about aesthetic. And guess what? He went and got him a whore from OnlyFans, okay? And put her above every black woman just because every black woman didn't want to fuck on his ass in high school, okay? And put the bitch on a pedestal and look where she put him, in the grave.
Is the fact that this man said something at 16 years old, why are we like that? I seen niggas celebrating Kevin. Black women be pissing me off.
He don't come from my dog, Kevin.
Look,
Kevin like black women.
Let me say this,
Kevin
man.
fucked on black women. His kids is black.
But black women hated Kevin.
Huh?
They hated Kevin.
No, they didn't.
They
didn't hate him.
There were black
They
women
called in every day.
celebrated. They celebrated his death.
But it was funny how he died though. It was funny.
But they celebrated his death.
Cause
Listen,
I miss my dog. That's my dog. And I know, he laughing at being spirit. We would laugh about some shit behind the scenes, right? Me and him. Because just the plain, just fucking fake outrage, right? But black women are upset, but yet they're fucking calling in and asking him for advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he did the same thing to black men. He used to do it to black men. And, him telling black men about themselves, it didn't penetrate as hard as telling a black woman, you are better than this. You should be healthier. You should be more preserving of your body. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be around here. Now you got 5 kids and all of a sudden you didn't want to get married to your first baby daddy. Why you want to get married now with 5 kids? Go get you somebody with 5 kids. That's who you match. You match the energy in which you've created. You see what I'm saying? I totally believe in that shit.
He kept it real and raw.
Yeah, that's my dog. Like that's my dog. But it was funny the way he died though. It wasn't funny how him died, but it was funny the way he died though.
He went out like a G. If I die, bury me like Kevin Samuels. Let me go out like that. Hey, if you gonna go out, Kevin, man, that's a hell of a way to go out, man.
Old men, if you're fucking on young women, have you a defibrillator, okay? Please take it easy on whatever substance you're taking for performance enhancements. I know he loved him some Red Bull, you know.
Kev,
it take energy to fuck on these women, you know what I'm saying?
You as hell. Kev went out like a G. If you say, hey,
he died fucking.
If you die fucking, that's a hell of a way to go out. How did he go? He went out with a wood. He was good to go.
He probably didn't even know he was having a heart attack. He was just like, probably thought it was.
Oh my God.
He probably thought it was part of the orgasm.
Oh my God.
God took it well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you be like, oh, you know how you come so hard as me? You be like, shit. He probably fucking didn't even know.
R.I.P. to Kevin Samuels. I'm not laughing at your death.
No, he gone now, shit.
But the way that it happened, yes. That's the way. If I go out, God, please. That's
I don't go out like that now, listen, because there's been some questionable orgasms. I'm like, fuck, get me through this. You know what I'm saying?
Please, if I go out, bury me like Kevin Samuels, like that. That's a hell of a way to go out.
That nigga died doing him, okay?
and all y'all thought he wasn't getting no pussy. I was calling Kevin gay. I ain't know what he was going on for a second.
The part that got me, girls, it's Kevin fucking Samuels when you get here. I was like, see, that's how my mind worked. I ain't shit. Because I was laughing at the car. I was like, bitch, they don't give a fuck who it is. Do some goddamn chest compressions, bitch. What the fuck? How you a nurse? You ain't doing no goddamn chest compressions. You gotta wait till the goddamn paramedics get there to do what you know how to do.
But back to that topic.
What's up?
Of the black women unfairly attacking black men for having a preference.
Stay your ass off Twitter. Stay your ass off these videos toasting to our biracial kids. Yeah, you won't have motherfuckers coming for you.
Why I can't toast with my damn lifestyle?
You can toast to your lifestyle, but you're putting the preference. Like when I don't think you understand how deep this goes, right? So when you put your preference up on a pedestal, right? You're saying to everybody else, this could have been you. This could have been you. And I kind of wanted it to be you, but it wasn't you. So it's kind of damaging to the preference because the preference is only being preferred because everybody else wouldn't adhere to what it is that you wanted.
That's life, though.
That's not like, but that's insecurity, though. That's also insecurity.
You pick your spouses and shit based off options and what you like.
Yeah, that's also insecurity. So my thing is like, I'm not putting my husband up on a pedestal because my exes didn't meet the mark. My exes prepared me for a man like him. You see what I'm saying? So, and that's what your that's what your non
I fuck with back in the day
prepared you for your
and they was black women. And at one point I had said I'm not fucking with no more of these black bitches. I done said it.
You cannot say black bitches.
I said that shit.
You cannot say. When did you say that?
Man, 2017 when I was sitting in jail fucking with a black bitch that was fucking another nigga while I was in jail.
Oh, your feelings was hurt.
Yeah, they was hurt.
How many bitches did you fuck on while you was with black women?
That's not the point right now.
Nah, how many bitches did you fuck on?
Well, it was
you
black.
You want to call her a black bitch dirty dick? What?
It was black women throwing me the pussy.
Would you? Exactly. So now that she done got your ass back, now you a black bitch. You this. Oh, you didn't think I would. You didn't think I would fuck your best friend, did you?
Nah, she ain't fuck my best friend. She fucked Meek.
Meek Mill?
Yeah. Man, you know that's what went viral. I was on $1 million worth of game, and I was like, "Yeah, Meek, fuck my bitch," and that shit, Gillian Wallow.
He probably didn't even remember the bitch either.
He did. He said, who was more shorty? Like once he found out who it was, we actually had a FaceTime and shit. Like people like Because first people thought like I had like a beef with Meek or whatever. I was like, shit, I don't have no problem with him. Like she gave up the pussy. Not like he ain't know me. We wasn't friends. Like nigga, I done been on the opposite end.
I mean, but think about it. You were in jail.
Yeah.
That was no longer a claim. You didn't marry that woman before you went in jail. You didn't propose to that woman.
Propose to
You
her.
didn't have no babies with that woman. So why would she hold out her pussy and not give it to Meek Mill?
No.
And Meek Mill got the bread now.
You missing it.
What?
She was my girlfriend, and I found out she had fucked a nigga while we was together.
While you was in jail though?
No.
You just
nigga, I was free.
Well, I mean, she was your girlfriend.
Yes.
She wasn't your wife.
She was my girlfriend.
She wasn't your fiance.
Cheating.
She wasn't your fiance.
No.
Did you live together?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean.
Yeah. See? Yeah, she was living in my house.
Did she fuck in your house?
Nah, but she was sending
Well, at
nigga.
least she didn't
She was sending nigga pictures in my house though. That's how I found out
From the
about
back?
it. From the back.
She was like,
From the back. You know that shit had nigga mad in the motherfucker. Bitch, you got that coochie poked up in there like that?
I mean, Meek Mill, the Philly accent gets him all the time.
I said, you
It's the
motherfucking dirty
don't
motherfucker.
blame her. It's a Philly accent. You know,
I'm
niggas
from
up north.
Philly.
Niggas up north, like I
from
can't
Philly.
talk to them.
I'm from Philly, so you know
I can't talk to niggas from up north.
You know the violation I felt
What's
when
up?
I'm like, out of all the niggas you could have fucked, you gotta this nigga from North Philly. I'm from North Philly. Out of all the motherfucking niggas in the world, you gotta fuck
I would
somebody.
have been like, it's like fucking you, baby.
No,
Y'all
the fuck
from
is not.
same-
No, the fuck
Y'all
is
from
not.
the same time. I thought it was you. Come on.
I'm sitting there like dreams that turn to nightmares for real.
I would have been like, I thought it was you, baby. I didn't even know
you
he came in the room.
Do you know how
I
fucked
just
up?
opened my legs.
Let me tell you how fucked up it
What's
was.
up?
So she from New Orleans. She was from New Orleans or whatever. And one of her friends from New Orleans hit me up and was like, "Yeah, I just seen your girlfriend at Penthouse with Meek Mills." And I'm like, this bitch told me she was asleep tonight. She had a headache. So I get mad. I'm like, ain't no way this shit real. She ain't with no fucking Meek. She's an attractive female, like, and she know how to dress to where she gonna catch niggas' attention. I went and looked at her fucking following, and it had showed like, what's the name, that Meek had just followed her. Nigga heart just dropped.
He was in your pussy right there.
I was sick.
He was in it right there.
I was sick.
Pumping her down.
And I'm sitting here like, I
down.
listen to this nigga music all the time with this bitch in the car.
But you should have gave her a pass though.
Nah, she don't get no fuck.
No,
I don't
because
get no
listen,
I don't get no
as
passes on no
women-
pussy. No,
no,
fuck no.
No, because it was Meek Mill. It wasn't gonna be a nigga she was gonna fuck on every day.
I don't give a fuck.
You see what I'm saying? You should give her
No.
a pass.
Hey.
Like if there was somebody that you wanted to fuck that was famous, who would that be?
Nichole Linnell.
Okay, other than her being famous, but she's famous, but another one.
Nichole Linnell.
Nah. Before Nichole.
Nichole Linnell. Fuck, I look like Tasha. Nichole Linnell. Shop NicholeLinnell.com.
You should have gave her a pass.
NLthelabel.com.
You should have gave her a pass.
I love
'cause
you,
it was
baby.
Only one. You don't. It's not too often
Ain't
women get to fuck
no
on
pussy
their
coming
crushes.
between me and you, baby.
I gotta meet Nichole. I gotta meet Nichole. I love the way she dresses.
She fly.
Yeah,
She a fly.
dresses
She a
really
fly.
nice.
We
I
gonna
love, and I love that she's like body positive. Like she's real. You know what I'm saying?
But she get shamed by all the black women every day.
Why?
They talk about you pregnant, you look like you're 6 weeks, fupa or whatever.
Y'all better look. Real stomachs is coming the fuck back. Okay. Let me tell you something. You know what this is for? When a nigga take his hand, when he got your legs open, he grab that shit and he drive it in deeper. Y'all better stop. If you ain't got shit to grab, that's why you can't keep no nigga.
Hey, they say if they
That's
got
why you can't keep
if
no
they got
nigga.
one of those, they got extra flavor in their pussy.
Exactly. It's sweat more and get wetter because it's just holding moist. Y'all gonna stop coming for Nichole. Fuck out of here.
So you know she get. It's times where she be out here in Miami. She like, babe, where like she be like, I'm thinking about getting pulling my gut, put it in my butt. I'm like, man, stop letting.
She don't need that. Nichole is very beautiful. Stop, girl.
Very beautiful.
Stop.
But you know what's happening to these women? All women, not just
because it's the women.
Yeah, it's the women.
It's not the men.
It's the women attacking the women, and now all women feel like they gotta look a certain way.
As a man, right now, this your motherfucking show.
Mm-hmm.
You look into the camera, you look into these bitches' eyes, and you tell them you don't give a fuck about no fupa.
Hey, don't give a fuck. I put that, baby. You tell them what I do to you.
And most of the bitches with flat stomachs are single.
Single and broke bitches.
Right.
With no ambition, no job, no business, no nothing. Don't pay them no
This
mind.
shit come with experience.
Hey.
It come with being able to relax. You know what I'm saying? Let go.
Hey, baby, I love everything about you. All them curves.
My husband, I be sitting there watching TV. My husband just be rubbing it.
That's what I be rubbing all over my baby.
Yeah, he be like, I'm like, babe, why you rubbing on my face? It's right, it's warm. Keep it warm. He be like, it's warm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, but you obviously, because you have a major following, all women. Like, how do you?
Not all women. I keep trying to tell you this.
It's like you're heavy 80% probably female.
No, a 60-40.
Okay, even 60-40. How do you deal with? Because there's so many women in general. Like, do you have conversation or anything where you talk more about body shaming and
Absolutely.
Because it seems like women are really
if it's
rough
not
on
your
each other.
body, we can't body shame. You get it?
Yeah.
So when they see me coming for somebody with surgery, that's not their body. That's not their body. They bought it. They can take it back, alter it, upgrade. So if I say something about it, they ain't gonna do nothing but upgrade. You know what I'm saying? But I don't come for natural women.
I just saw something earlier today. Me and you might need to have to go take a look at this property in Atlanta. The girl from Real Housewives, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
House is foreclosing.
It was.
It was.
It wasn't really quite a foreclosure.
It was pre-foreclosure.
It wasn't. It was pre because she owed like a $8,000 tax lien or something like that.
$300,000 or something. I saw.
No, I read it. I read it last night. It was like $8,000. They already paid it.
They
So
paid it
it's
already?
good. That was years ago though.
Okay.
So it's like that news is just coming forward though. No, I mean the house ain't nothing. She paid $800,000 for the house. The mortgage ain't nothing but $6,000. No, she got that. She got that. She spent more than that on her wigs, on her daughter's lip injections. She spent more than that.
You something else.
Atlanta, man, you can shit. Atlanta.
Have you felt any pressure to go get your fupa done or your
every day.
Your booty done? Or?
Not the booty, but my fupa every day.
They say you take it out, you got to put it in your butt.
No, I'm not putting it nowhere. I like my white girl ass. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, yo, you so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. I can wipe it. I can clean it. You understand? You ever had an auntie back in the day? Ass was so big, everybody talk about her in the family. Girl, auntie, your ass, but you need to lay off them sweet potato cakes, them pecan pies. You know what I'm saying? She be like, I hate my ass. I can't. It take a long time to wash it. They dread taking showers and shit. They just gotta let the water just run down there and hope it get clean. Nobody want them fucking problems.
Yo, Tasha,
tissue getting stuck by there. You don't even know tissue. You done left some tissue back there.
One day I was messing with this chick and there was a piece of tissue stuck in between her
ass was too big, wasn't it? And there was no way she could see.
Bitch, I'm not eating your pussy and you got tissue in the crack of your ass. Get out.
See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about?
Why is it a piece of tissue stuck in your ass? You ain't even clean your ass.
Because it wasn't her fault. Well, did she buy the ass?
No, it was regular booty.
Okay, then you shouldn't have discriminated against. She was born with that.
But you can't leave no tissue in your ass.
But a person with
first off, I don't trust no woman that don't use
you.
wipes. If you're not using baby wipes,
It's
you're a nasty mother.
No,
fucker.
Baby wipes don't even clean. Shit, I got a baby. I got 2 babies. Baby wipes don't wipe the smell away. it gets you clean, but it don't clean. The only thing that clean you is water. I use water. We got bidets.
Bidet that booty.
Okay, I watch every time I use the restroom. Okay, we wash it. It's taking a shower every time.
Hey, every time I go to hotels, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how to use a bidet. I'm gonna have to Google or YouTube.
Man, that shit is amazing.
Like,
you just take it and be like, shh. You just take a shower. And I honestly got that from my husband culture because I'm going to be honest with you. When I met my husband.
A booty shower.
When I met my husband and he was like, you using like baby wipes and stuff to clean? I was like, that's nasty. And I said, what? I'm ashamed. I'm a clean person, you know? I was like, you ain't never smelt me. He was like, yeah, but that's still kind of nasty. Like the women in my country, they use water every time they use the bathroom. Every time. And I was thinking about that and I called his mom. I was like, y'all don't have like all this yeast infection cream and shit going on. She was like, no, because they use water. So when we go to Africa, they either got bidets or they got these buckets that they use to rinse themselves when they get ready to pray, or they use the buckets to clean themselves when they use the bathroom.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he shut me all the way down. I was like, "What you mean that's nasty? What are you talking? What are you talking about?" It's like he was like, "That's not sanitary. You're not cleaning." And when I thought about it, even using baby wipes on my son when he was born, yeah, you can wipe the shit away, but the smell still be there. You see what I'm saying? You got to put them in the tub to get that smell off of them.
You gotta get the mint flavor wipes and all
even
that.
if it's mint still, you still got residue. You got to use some motherfucking soap to dry out that skin. You gotta dry out that motherfucking skin.
So for y'all that just using toilet paper, you a nasty ass.
I tell them every day on my phone, y'all better be using no goddamn toilet paper. You ain't even wiping it away. Residue still there. It's supposed to come out and leave and never come back.
Hey man, I could probably talk to her for like the next 4 hours, but I'm gonna end up rapping so we can go get something to eat. I ain't gonna starve you.
Okay, I'm good. I like fasting anyway, so.
But
did I give you some wine though? Are you satisfied with this podcast?
Hell yeah, you
been
on here in the first place. We gonna have your energy is like all we needed on here in the first place.
Okay, I don't want him to be like, this bitch done came through. She ain't spilled no wine.
Nah, see, I'm not the wine channel though. I just want to, I like just to have good conversation and talk about some shit.
And I don't like doing interviews, but I did yours.
I appreciate
you
it
did
too.
mine.
I appreciate it too.
But you'd be surprised how many people I be like, no. Because
I'm not surprised.
Kanye got canceled because of fucking interviews.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they get you talking about some shit that's not controlled. I control it on my show.
Yeah. Nori and them boys goddamn line Kanye up, man. They gave that nigga all them drinks, had weed in the air, goddamn, and made this nigga lose $500 million. Nori, y'all ain't shit.
Oh my God, Nori got online. You could tell he almost got fired too. He had spit lines and shit. Fucking every time he opened his mouth, his teeth were yellow, tongue was white. I said, nigga, you ain't brush your teeth before you made the video. Nigga said, I love all people.
Nori was stressed.
Love all people. We do not condemn what Kanye. I said, this nigga done got threatened.
Yeah, they didn't stress Nori out.
Listen.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Go ahead.
You done been at a couple people. I know you had some shit with Charlemagne.
I ain't had nothing with Charlemagne.
I thought I saw you say something about Charlemagne.
That was a video that I was promoting, but I don't have nothing personally against Charlemagne.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. He was making a video talking about it.
Yeah, so a girl that had an encounter with him years ago came on my platform to tell her story, the whole story, because her story had been chopped, screwed, edited, or whatever. So basically, she just came. Yeah, her name is Jessica Reed, and she just came to basically set the record straight. But I don't personally have a problem with Charlemagne. I don't think about that man. Don't want to be that. Don't know that man. Wouldn't know him if I saw him on the street.
What about my man DJ Akademiks? How you feel about that?
You mean Mrs. Akademiks? You talking about that video? It looked like 3 lesbians fighting.
Man, why you be on
in the hallway of your building?
Why you be on?
It looked like your building.
Nah, that was at Komodo.
That was at Komodo? That was across the street?
Nah, Komodo is in Brickell. I saw it the other day. I was like, oh shit, that was Komodo. They were out there doing.
I'm the prize, bitch.
That nigga he had to set the record.
That other bitch came up. She was like, bitch.
Hey, I can't lie. I ain't never had no shorties fighting over me. This nigga Act doing shit. I don't think
they was fighting over him. That's not what it was. They had came out of that Fresh&Fit podcast, and they had some disagreements. And one girl was with Act, and she was trying to fight. Right? He trying to tell her, I'm the prize. You focus on me. Don't worry about what these bitches got to say. And that's when the other bitch from the side came up like, bitch. And he started fighting both of them. You know what I'm saying? It would look like 3 lesbians. Because, he got titties, thick thighs, and ass, too. And
why
a fupa.
You gonna act like that?
What
he do to you? What?
And he started fighting, too. And I was like, God damn.
What Act do to you?
What you mean? What he do to me?
What pissed you off? Because when you start grinding a nigga up like you be doing, like he done did something that triggered you. What was it? Because I remember you had that.
Trigger me. Don't not trigger me by Act. Everything by Act.
I remember the interview where you had the girls that he flew into like New York or something like that. I remember that interview.
And his car declined. And he gonna pull up at the dealership. He gonna have somebody drive a fucking Land Rover up. I bet you can't buy one of these. But I don't want to. What you mean I can't buy one? I don't want to. That's another guy. It ain't like you dropping cash on it, nigga. If you was dropping cash on it, they would have delivered it to your house. You wouldn't have had to pick it up at the dealer. That part. So that's how I know you ain't pay for it cash. Cash, you get delivery off the truck to your house.
Tasha is on some shit right here, yo.
But they don't come pull it around like they just washed the car for you because you just signed the loan paperwork. You know the difference.
You said they're paying $800 a month.
Yeah. And your gap insurance, another $2. So come on now. Listen, I already knew what that was. Like, nah. And my cheeks hurt from laughing so much. It happens all the time because I laugh
out of
too
pocket
much.
Because you be playing too much.
I love too much. So like, listen, no, but what I think what Ak had inserted himself into. That's what he does. He inserts himself into shit. He ain't even breaking stories no more. Like, he's just inserting himself into beefs. I noticed that he always has a lot of smoke for women, but when it comes for men, he ain't serving it up like that. That's why I call him a lesbian. So, like,
I will say, like, I've seen several like artists and people encounter him, and his energy is 1,000%.
Oh, he's very respectful.
Different.
Very respectful. Like, very, very shucking and jiving.
Like I seen him like kind of fall back off them, and then I heard him like when he was coming at you, and it was like this bitch Tasha K and this that.
Because he know he could do that to black women, and there's no outrage for us because like we're the most just kind of underprotected community as a whole. But that's our fault as black women, right? We're the reason why other black women are out here going to have surgeries because we do it to each other, right? So. And when it comes to Ak, it's just I just think he's a bitch. Just like Vic Mensa said, like this real nigga shit. And you sit on your fucking podcast acting like you about that fucking life and goddamn, you know what I'm saying, just instigating this shit. But when you got a nigga like me in your presence, bitch, you shut the fuck up. Because if these cameras wasn't on, you know what's about to happen. So you got to put that Vic Mensa clip in here so they can know what I'm talking about.
I ran into Ak.
And that's a light-skinned nigga that came for this nigga.
I ran into Ak at a Fresh&Fit. Well, he actually was interviewing Charleston White.
And isn't it amazing how he's just sitting down there with them corny-ass niggas? Come on now. They all corny. Come on. They all down there. We have a preference. We only date white women. Oh, but she's a whore. She's not a whore. She's not a whore. We've pulled the OnlyFans profile. She's charging. So are you paying for this bitch to be here that you don't call your girlfriend? Goddamn. Goddamn, you didn't know your preference was a whore. Come on.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I never really caught on to like watching their podcast and all that shit. But I seen some of the little corny shit that did come out where they were like capping about but like the internet these days, man, people be they fake it till they make it and all that other shit.
First of all, none of those men have swag. Okay, let's give the swag here for a second. There's one that said he used to work for the FBI. He's fucking stiff, right? And then the other one, he's a bitch. She's like, oh, this is my girlfriend. He don't know this girlfriend is. Everybody knows she's a whore, right? And then you got Ak, his titties is big and hips and thighs and ass. Look like he had a BBL. He can. And that translates to the bedroom. And women are just not fucking with that. You too stiff.
Oh,
you too corny. And you too thick for me. It make me feel like I'm having sex with another woman. So that's why. That's why.
I saw Ak at he was using the Fresh and Fit's podcast setup, right?
Yeah, because when he come here, he doesn't have a place to do his podcast.
So we get there and I see him. First thing I do is I go, hey, you know Tasha K? Nigga eyes got big as a motherfucker. He go,
cause you're a big nigga, you know what I'm saying? So he probably thought this nigga about to fuck me up.
He thought I was coming for him for a second. He was like, you know her? I was like, yeah. And he's like, he's kind of like slid off, walked away. I was like,
That nigga thought you was gonna beat his ass by me. But the next time you see that fuck nigga, I'll put a bag in your head. Listen, I'll put a bag in your head for that bitch.
She's so funny. I thought you ain't got it.
I'm just a paper bag.
Paper bag.
A sandwich bag. That's what I was talking about. Nobody got specific. But listen, no. I just like to fuck around when it comes to Ak. He's really no threat. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like that. Yeah, I ain't worried about it.
Who do you have who are your rivals online? You got any
Nobody.
rivals? You got anybody that be coming at you crazy?
Mm-mm. I mean, they come at themselves.
Like as far as influencers or whatever.
Mm-mm.
I seen.
I mean,
action.
yeah, everybody talks about me. That's.
But which ones have like you seen that you be like, all right, you bitch ass nigga, keep it up?
Nobody.
Nobody's
that important.
Yeah.
Don't even lose sleep. I blow up. YouTube revenue going down. They need a check. Tasha K name goes in the title.
You goddamn get the views for sure. Hey, look, I said I gotta get Tasha here. I said first off, we know people gonna come and click and be nosy, but you did an outstanding job. You've been still doing it, building an amazing brand.
Thank you.
I got mad respect for you.
Thank you.
You shared your platform with me, and I had a lot of people who came from your platform and told me they literally was like, hey, I found you from Tasha K.
And they probably put some money in your pocket.
They came and spent.
The winos spent some money now.
They came and they spent. They shop with me. And I always appreciate that because you didn't ask me for anything. You just was like, hey, look, I want to feature your business. So thank you.
No.
For sharing your platform with me. That's why I was like, I'm grinding right now. Yeah. I'm about to hit 100,000 subs. So
congratulations
on my road to 1 million plus.
Congratulations on that shit.
But
just always make sure you share it with your viewers.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it. And they're the reason why you're here.
Yeah.
That's what's important.
I'm actually doing a $10,000 giveaway when we hit 100,000.
I see you about to make me look bad. I only give $250.
Yeah, I seen you giving out
I only give
to the ladies.
I only gave $1,000. Most I ever gave out was $1,000. I ain't got it. So, I'm very frugal.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through my comment section. The people that's been supporting, I'm going through all my videos, and I'm just going to randomly pick people and reply to them like, yo, send me your PayPal, send me your Cash App. And I'm going to just randomly.
I don't think you can do it that way because people gonna think it's a scam. You got people, them bots in the comments. They be like, "Send me your Cash App."
But they'll know it's coming from me. My page is verified and all that. So I like just being, and I'm gonna make it.
Hey,
known.
Make sure I'm gonna go in your comment section right now. Where's my phone? I need that $1,000 back. Let me just borrow the chain.
Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Tasha's YouTube channel. Tell them everybody where to find you at.
Oh, they know. Tasha K. Unwind with Tasha K. Every fucking where, okay? Don't forget to check out our private site because that's where it really goes now, okay? TashaKlive.com. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get a lot of personal me, like vlogs and shit. Okay. Even my trip to Africa, my wedding, my second wedding.
Where everybody thought you ran away from never coming back. They thought you were running from Cardi.
Why would I run from her?
They said, shit, she ain't paying that $4 million.
What that got to do with it?
Are you still in court? You gonna get your money? You in appeal?
We still in court.
All right, so I'll leave it alone.
Appeal. Yeah. You know how that go. Can't talk about it.
Yeah.
But nobody would ever make me run from anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's not how it go. It's a goddamn debt. You understand? You ain't got it. You ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I don't. I tell same bill collector. It was Harris called me yesterday.
They be calling already?
No, it was another debt. Harris medical bill.
Oh.
They was like, hey, Miss Kibi, you owe. I said, sir, I don't have it. Well, is there anything you could put on it? No. Well, this is gonna go to your credit report. Do what you gotta do.
Is it true that they started like collections against you at this point?
No, they're seeking to collect, but I ain't got it.
We're gonna talk about that offline.
We ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't got it. Shit. Yeah.
What the hell? How you ain't got it?
I ain't got it. I work every day just like everybody else. My money go to bills.
You got some goddamn money.
My money go to bills. I got on Fashion Nova right now.
They said that all them damn views and on that channel, they want something.
Oh, Jesus. People just think clout is just equals money. I ain't got it. I live check to check.
You heard it. She ain't got it.
I got 2 kids. I ain't got it.
We off to lunch and she ain't got it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap?
Yeah.
Damn, how long were we here?
Damn. We was on that long?
What is it, 3 hours?
2.5 hours?
Oh, okay. How long are your podcasts normally?
An hour.
Get your ass up, because I was going to say Tony the Closer. Why you ain't keep it as Tony the Closer? That would have been a bomb-ass name.
It is.
For your podcast.
It's Get Your Ass Up with Tony the Closer.
Okay. All right, so it's Tasha K here with Get Your Ass Up, Tony the Closer, and his podcast. And yes, I am sitting in a purple motherfucking chair. Wendy, I'm coming for your ass. I ain't coming because she in rehab. I got to go. Y'all better check out this motherfucking podcast.